find out. Next stream.
Button.
We got buttons. I got buttons. Pushing up my buttons, babe.
You realize you're live, right?
Oh, I'm live.
Yeah. That's how we started out. Pushing up my
Is
baby.
that okay? All right. Welcome to the Smoke Pit,
Yes.
derived from the 850 podcast.
50 podcast.
We're live.
We are.
Yeah.
What are we covering?
Come on, man. You're the one that told me. He sent me a text message this morning. He's like, hey, man, there's a lot of stuff going on in Lynn Haven. And I'm like, dude, I'm watching it right now on my thing. Hold on, let's see. Oh, there we go.
We're in there. Are we in there?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. There's a lot of stuff going on in the city right now, dude.
What the funny? Well, it's not funny. None of it's funny.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have a recall going on, like one of the biggest construction companies here is suing the city of Lynn Haven, and then on top of that, the city manager now today being put on leave with
Paid
pay.
leave.
She's on paid leave.
Yeah.
Which, if you really watch, which we're going to get into it because you didn't watch the meeting.
I know nothing.
Yeah,
I
so
just know that it's a mess.
for the viewers that are watching, the 5 probably.
Yeah.
Because, we're just so small.
Yeah, tiny.
Our 1,300, sorry,
1,500
followers or whatever.
subscribers? Yeah.
So, So this is going to be kind of a long one. It's an hour and 20 minutes. So
I'm excited. It's like a football game.
Yeah.
Can we do something positive before we get into all this shit?
This isn't negative. It's just what's going on.
I just hate the fact that it is going on.
Yeah.
We have better uses for our assets and resources and time than to go over this type of stuff. I feel like, as a city.
What I think is very, very interesting is the amount of money. Because, people are all the time like, why doesn't government take so long to get anything done?
Wonder why.
Oh, gee, I can't. We'd rather talk about drama. And as a citizen of Lynn Haven, that's all this is.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of drama. I mean, you got, in which some of it is valid. I can understand why, but the thing about, let's just watch the meeting. Because, we'll talk about.
Can we do Slice House first? The feel-good story?
All right.
So, Slice House St. Andrews today. I'm eating a phenomenal slice of pizza. The cook comes out and starts sharing an awesome story about the owners, what they did for him. His mom passed away, paid for him to take 2 weeks off, completely paid to go spend time with his family. No questions. We're there to help him throughout the entire process, just be there as mentally and emotionally supportive people. I think that's phenomenal. And we don't have business owners that do that in the community. And we wonder why, as business owners, people don't stick around and they job hop so much because we're not doing that. So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. Phil Mercer's been on the show.
Oh, has he?
He's been on the podcast. Yeah.
Is that the owner of Slice House?
Yeah.
Awesome dude.
Yeah. And now you just gave him free advertisement when I was trying to sell him some.
You're welcome. Hey, you know what? Let's double down. Let's double down, Phil. He's an awesome dude. So
He's opening a slice house in Lynn Haven.
Okay.
It's going to be across from Victoria's Last Bite.
Double free advertisement.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I did it too.
Yep, it's okay.
All right, so we're going to dig into this meeting. So in case you don't know, there was a deposition that came out by Chris Forehand.
Right. Which is what position?
He owns Panhandle Engineering.
Okay. Big guy in the community.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
He's been in the community for forever. He does a lot of work with all the municipalities that are in Bay County. I've had one conversation with him back when the PATH stuff was going on in Panama City. Mm-hmm. I've never had a problem with him, but there's a lot of people that say there's shady stuff that goes on.
Big contractors are going to get that heat. Just business owners, I get it sometimes. You're doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, what? Moving people's houses and making people's dreams come true? Get out of here, dude. What do you do?
Yeah. So the deposition came out, I think it was on... I can't remember. I think it was Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, it was over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And then they called a special commission meeting today to go over everything. Now, I'm going to put out some information out there because I talk to the commissioners, a couple, and sit up there pretty regularly. And I was under the impression that the meeting today was going to be more informational, where the city attorney sits down and she was going to go over what they're allowed to talk about, what they can't talk about, because they're being actively sued.
Yeah. So they need to be careful,
Yeah.
which Panama City's
But
not known
then
for.
it turned into something that was just completely different than what I thought. It was like I was sitting at my desk like listening to it. I'm like typing and I look over and I'm like, what
just
the
happened?
Anyway, all right. So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's go.
Go ahead, press play. Kendall, thank you.
At this time, we'll have our discussion for Bay County case number 23-1405 CA.
And let us know if you guys can't hear it either.
The city of Lynn Haven, and we'll turn to our city attorney to begin this discussion.
I also have
You had something better to do?
Oh, the volume is too loud. Okay.
All right. And we're live, and this is why we do what we do. We
Yeah.
can make adjustments on the
Well,
way.
the cool thing is that this portion wasn't supposed to start until August anyway, so
No.
we're just working out the kinks
Yeah,
now.
and we appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with us. Drop some comments, drop some questions. My favorite color is sapphire blue. So what's your favorite color, Ron? Gunmetal gray?
I have to keep remembering that we're live because I almost called you a name.
People want to know these things.
My color?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not doing this right now. I'm like trying to talk about, dude, I'm fired up.
All right, I'm
ready
fired
to
up
go.
too. I'm
just
sorry.
kidding.
I'm sorry. I'm
joking,
fired up too.
joking.
I had a bad salad earlier, so I'm feeling funky.
That's all right. Sorry about the inconvenience.
You know what we could use this time for, though, as a city? Is we could use it to, like, address the homeless problem.
Is there a homeless problem in Lynn Haven?
Have you been downtown recently?
Downtown Lynn Haven?
Yeah. Like down by Vicky's and down where we went for the parade, where we like went down the street up and around. Like all those buildings at night behind them, homeless people.
Really?
Yep. If you drive through there at night, you'll see like 20, 30 of them behind the houses. And it's like more and more each month, I feel like. Anyway, I go down there fishing at the Bailey Bridge pretty often. It's getting worse. So I just feel like this time could be spent doing that. And then what are they being sued for? Do we know?
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting thing.
I like interesting things.
So it sounds like what they're trying to do
Mhm.
is they're trying to hit Vicky with bid rigging.
Mm.
But it's kind of funny because normally bid rigging goes into favor for a contractor
Mhm.
to get a job, but this is like the opposite.
Well,
so
not
she was
if
trying
you're-
to, according to the deposition and according to the Twittersphere noise,
Mhm.
is that she intentionally tried to make it to where James, I mean, I'm layman's terms,
Yeah.
was trying to make it to where Phoenix Construction was completely disqualified from the bid process after his company had already won the bid.
Interesting.
And then like after they won the bid, then it came back around and then they changed some parameters of the contract, which kind of
Disqualified.
secluded. It had to do with like, I don't know, you'd have to go back into the deposition and read it, but it was like 75% of whatever was supposed to be lined up. And
Some
he
small-
didn't own his own equipment to be able to
Oh.
do it.
Oh.
Well, it was like a requirement or
Yeah,
something
but
like
why?
that.
For what reason?
What do you mean?
Like, why would you be required to own your own equipment to run a job?
So the reasoning behind it is so what a lot of times contractors will do is that they'll win a bid
Mhm.
and then they'll sub out all the work.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the problem with that is that a lot of cities sometimes will be like, no, we want to go directly to the person that's doing the work
Mhm.
rather than have to go through you, that goes through another person that has to talk about the subcontractor, right? So I'm not taking a side on this
Yeah.
because it does when you when you like the way
It makes
in
it more
which that
convenient to go through one individual, I
Yeah,
think. But
yeah.
also, that's that one individual that won the bid is
Yeah.
his responsibility to make sure all of his ducks are in alignment. And if they're not, then there's obviously consequences for that. But
And I think the other big thing about this is that people have to realize that like the contract can be null and voided. Like it can at any time for
Yeah.
any cause. Like the city manager has the power to do that.
jeez.
So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of like I really don't care. I think it was like a $300,000 job anyway.
That's not a really big job for.
It's really not.
Yeah.
But hey, rules are rules.
Yeah.
Laws are laws. If you can prove it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is a deposition comes out and everybody freaks out, which is kind of funny because there's no new information.
Yeah.
They thought this was like the peanut gallery.
Yeah,
They thought
the
this was like a mic drop. And it's
Yeah.
like, guys, this is nothing,
nothing
new.
new.
This is nothing new. But what makes it even more funny about this whole thing, I'll tell you this while we're waiting to get this all
Here we
set
go.
up.
Now we're getting good.
Yeah. Chris Forehand.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me if this looks shady.
Okay.
Like I'm throwing it out there. I don't know. It's just something that I've
Slim
kind of
shady or shady?
shady. Chris Forehand was also being so Phoenix Construction was suing Chris Forehand, Panhandle Engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and the city of Lynn Haven.
Hmm.
Chris Forehand gets a DUI like last week, the beginning of the week or the week
That's always
before,
rough.
the week before 4th of July. He does his deposition, and then a couple of days after he does his deposition, Phoenix Construction drops the lawsuit with Chris Forehand.
Mm.
Now, I'm not listen with the stuff that other side just keeps on. Oh, everybody's corrupt. Everybody. Well, it appears that your side may
It's
be a little corrupt.
Yeah.
because this dude gets it now. No, I'm listen. I have met Mr. Finch, and he treated me nice. He's never been. He's always. I've ran into him a couple times, and then I actually spoke with him in his office for a couple hours back when I was running for office. Guy was so. I'm not gonna sit there and say, but what I will say is
It's a weird
is
series
that
of events right there.
what I will say is this is very strange. It looks very weird.
Did anything come of the DUI that the guy got? I guess is it an ongoing?
I don't know.
You never know.
All
in
I know
Panama
is
City.
the sequence of events.
Yeah.
Like you cannot sit by and not question it and be like, okay, oh yeah, this looks completely normal.
Yeah, no, everything's fine.
Because what one could say is that Chris might have been out to dinner, had a couple. I don't know what the story is, but the way in which I'm playing it in my mind, because we don't know what happened, I was like, oh, I went out, had a couple drinks. Somebody probably saw that he had a couple drinks, called in a favor. Maybe.
It's interesting you say that. There was a certain Facebook page today that posted a picture of the Vicky person's car outside of, what is it, City Hall? Or
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On one of the Facebook pages, right, the political follow people around apparently because we have time to do that now. They took a picture of her car in front of the Lynn Haven federal building or local building that she was working at after she got released with pay. And if you have the ability and the time to go do stuff like that, then you absolutely have the ability and time to go watch people have a couple drinks, call in a favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The city's kind of like that, where we don't have enough things to do. So we take hobbies in following other people to do what they do on their free time. And then that kind of stuff happens. And then,
So there was a Facebook group that took a picture of her car.
yeah. Because,
Why?
and the post was, apparently she's not banned from the building. They're buddy. I can read it to you, actually. Is that cool? Can I read it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Kendall, how are we doing on the volume?
Okay.
Okay.
So real quick, apparently suspension has a different meaning in the city of Lynn Haven. This is Miss Greer's car. Just lost it. Just refresh because they post every 5 minutes because they don't have anything better to do. Greer's car is still parked outside City Hall at noon today. This photo was sent to us by a concerned citizen. Our question for the city council is, why is she still on city property? Like, what concerned citizen sends a picture of a car
She's stealing toilet paper from the bathroom.
from a Facebook group?
There's corruption going on everywhere.
I just don't get that. Like, how much time do you have on your hand? And what concerned citizen was like, that's her car. I checked her license plate, and I'm sending a faraway picture of her car to this Facebook group for everybody to share. I don't know. That's weird.
Was it a Karen?
I mean, it was a bunch of Karens, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
All right, we'll try it again. Let us know if the volume is too low, too high.
Awesome. Essentially, what they just said was they've done a full discovery on all of this city mess that they have going on. And the city's the defendant, which is interesting because we got like a bunch of nervous people up here right now. You see that?
Well,
it's crazy.
Again, this meeting, like I said, when I had several conversations, this meeting was originally supposed to be where the city attorney was, going to sit there and like tell them like, this is the parameters of what you can or cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk about this. Can't. So it's supposed to be educational for the commission. That's what again, who am I? I'm a nobody. But that's what I was told.
Yeah.
And then when this
followers.
happened, it was like, so this right here is what I thought it was going to be. They're asking the attorney questions. They're trying to figure out, where to go with that. While he's figuring out the, oh, there we go.
Yeah, we can hear it too.
I can hear
Perfect.
it now. This is awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, dude, completely embarrassing. We're irrelevant.
Yeah, well, we are. We're figuring it out. And we appreciate everyone's patience and just really the love that we've been getting from the podcast. What did we do recently? We did the parade. Napalm, ammunition in the backseat. Candy, right, is what we had. We had ammunition in the form of candy that we were throwing to the amazing families of Lynn Haven.
Napalm.
We had a great
sticks
time.
to kids. It sticks to their bellies and it sticks to their ribs. That's a
intense.
cadence.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a bad cadence.
Yeah, it is. But no, we did the parade in Panama City. Had a lot of fun, right? I had a great time.
Yeah.
How about you?
Huh? I had a good time.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
the 4th of July was great.
It was weird. There was a lot of like recall floats and airplanes.
Oh my God, in the plane. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, hey, there's no better way to celebrate this nation's independence than to go down and sign a petition to get rid of a
Yes.
freaking mayor.
Please do.
It's awesome.
Yes, let's push that on the 4th of July because that's what's important.
I haven't talked to Zach. I had Zach Detweiler on, the spokesman for the nice guy. Hold on. Let me take that back. Sorry, Zach. He has the appearance of being. You got to be careful when you say that somebody's nice. So he has the appearance of being somebody nice. I really do believe that he's fighting for what he believes in.
Yeah. What is it that he's finding where he's recalling?
Yeah.
Fight?
Recall. Actually, check this out.
What did he do?
Every
What did the mayor do?
You know what? That is a very good question because my whole thing is what are you going to recall the mayor for?
Yeah, that's what I was.
And
at.
then he called it malfeasance, whatever.
Like in what regard though?
He interrupts commissioners when they're speaking.
He's the mayor
on the dais. Well, I mean, he runs the meeting. He has to keep he has to keep order in the meetings.
Right.
So I mean, now, however, I will say this, and he has screwed up a lot in the past.
The mayor or Zach?
No, the mayor.
Oh, well, then there you go.
He's made some mistakes.
How long was he mayor for?
He's been mayor for good job, good. It hasn't been because he took over. 6 years, maybe.
Oh wow.
He won his last election. Dude, to be honest with you, I don't know.
If you don't turn things around in 2 years, why are you still?
They have.
Off it?
They
have
went,
they?
dude. They
Good.
went from they were in like the $60 million range in debt, and they brought it down to like 30.
So he cut it in half in 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Maybe? Then what? I don't understand.
Yeah. No. You're tracking. That's the reason why it's like, oh, she's a horrible city manager. Well, the debt's down.
Yeah.
By the way, our safety ratings for the city
here in a public forum
keep getting
because
better.
that will
Yeah.
be handled as the case moves
Yep.
forward. If
Yeah,
the
yeah.
case moves forward. You have
Let's
any
go, baby.
specific
If you got
questions
audio,
about
let us know.
the procedural status of the case. Beyond that, yes, Ms. Tender.
I do. My question is just in general. What is the risk and liability to this commission based on any willful negligence on the part of the city manager?
Good
That's
question.
not a question I can answer here. I don't know that if there is any liability to the city, there's no liability to the commission.
I
Certainly.
love how she's concerned about
Okay.
themselves as
You know, whether there's
individuals.
liability to the city or not
She's
is
the
something for a
attorney.
judge and
Yeah.
jury to work
No, I'm
out.
talking about down south. Her
Oh.
question was, what is the liability to the city member or the
The
council
additional
members, not the
questions
city
for
itself, which is a
city
selfish
attorney.
comment.
Yeah, I got one. So, I mean, obviously we take this very seriously because that's why we're here. But my question is, in the state that we're in this case, there are supposed to be more depositions if it's not dismissed, right?
Oh, absolutely. There'll be depositions of all city staffers who participated in the meetings or have knowledge of the facts of the case. Yes.
Right. So this is just the first piece of a larger puzzle, essentially.
It is.
Oh, it's going to continue.
Well,
Additional questions? So, in the deposition, there's alleged allegations in there.
Mhm.
And I'm sure the answer is going to be, well, you don't know if it's true or not.
It's a-
However, it could be true. So since it could be true, why would we not take action to help protect the city? Because if it is true, we need to take action.
Because it's one person's story, and there were several people in the room. This is not a straight he said, she said. This is a he said, she said. So there's several other stories and testimonies yet to be given to paint a more complete picture.
I get that, but still, it could be true. And since it could be true, it still puts the city at risk. And why will we not take action to protect the city until that is determined?
I mean, he's not
Because
wrong, I guess.
They have initiated a lawsuit for a judge and jury to determine. There's nothing for this commission to do. That's the avenue they have chosen. And so in order not to prejudice that proceeding, we sit tight and let it work its course.
Can I say something here? I can't begin to tell you the
Hey,
overwhelming
can you pause it real quick?
response that I've had.
okay, so there is an issue here.
Mm-hmm.
You have an elected official.
Mm-hmm.
Judy Tender is one of the sweetest ladies that you will ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
She's always treated my kids, my family, great.
Mhm.
Whenever I used to frequent her restaurant quite a bit. I don't go in there anymore because she's attached to the Karens that just. But,
We should go. We should go after this.
Anyway, to be honest with you, she still, when she was running for office, knowing that I have like this rivalry with can't remember their name. Thank God.
Yeah,
I
right?
forgot. Yeah, all right.
That's the kind of rivalry we need.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, but even when all that was going on and she was running for office, she still treated me nice.
That's awesome.
Still treated me good.
People
but
should
there's
be
a
able to
problem.
separate themselves.
There's a
from that.
problem.
Mhm.
This is the problem. and I will tell you, Ms. Tinder, I have a major problem and an issue with this if this is true, because I don't know if this is true. If you are a sitting commissioner and you are having people come to your restaurant and you have petitions that are available in your restaurant to get rid of the mayor that you sit on a commission with, that is the most dishonorable thing that you can do as a human being. Because your job sitting up here is to be like for the people and what they want. Why would you push that? You don't push that.
You think she was somebody like encouraged that?
So first of all, I don't know.
That's what I was going to say.
That's the reason why I said if that's true, that's the most dishonorable thing that you can do.
And if it's not true, you're sweet.
Like because
sweet woman.
that's just like because you're gonna like you.
It's double dipping in the pot.
Well, it's the fact that we shouldn't, as a commissioner, I should not. If you were a commissioner, really, to be honest with you, I shouldn't know. I should not know what your opinion is of the mayor or anybody else that sits up there.
Yep.
I mean, that's now. Listen, freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah, not as a government.
It's not illegal. It's just unethical.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, what has the mayor ever done to you? And getting back to what was seeing how we have this pause, something you said earlier. What did the mayor do?
Yep.
People don't like the mayor because he has been outspoken. And because he has interrupted in the past commissioners, which was Commissioner Warwick, which is right here, which we'll get on him in a second, because he's been on the show. And I consider Jamie a friend of mine and the only reason why I consider him a friend is because every single time I call him, he answers the phone.
That's awesome.
If I text him, he texts me back. So but this is what I'll say. If this is true, Judy, like, that's just disgusting. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, you should not be.
Should be advocating one way or the other.
That's not.
If you don't like what's going on, then you should run for mayor, like on her behalf.
She did.
She did. Oh,
she lost to him.
Well, that's
so
now
okay.
it's kind of
now
making sense.
like,
we're tracking.
yeah.
Hey, here's some crumpets. Go ahead and sign this for me. Real quick. We don't need tips. Here's a tip. Just sign right here.
I don't think it was a close race. I don't remember. Like I think it was. And now whatever. But it does seem like there's a personal vendetta there.
Yeah. And if she's being pushed by other people, which the Karen squad,
well, hold on. So the owner of Phoenix Construction, like I've been in her restaurant several times, and he's in there quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Now there's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing wrong with it. But however, we're talking about a contractor a
large contractor.
Well, we're talking about a contractor though that, first of all, he was part of the debt that was to Lynn Haven. He got paid off this year.
We're getting good.
Either it was last year or this year. He got paid off, right? They paid him off because he loaned the city millions of dollars.
Wow. This is the contractor that's suing right now?
I want to say it was like 17 million. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how much it was.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Some amount of money.
Well, the interest over the amount of time that he had, because the previous mayor thought it was a good idea to like bond out and all this bull crap, and then it kept that loan going for extra like I think like 40 or 50 years or something like that. I think. All right, but it was like a lot of interest that was going to be.
Do you know what the interest rate was? Just,
I want to say it was south of 9. It was like 8, maybe
on
7.
millions of dollars.
Dude, we're talking. It was millions and millions and millions of dollars that he was going to be getting on interest. So they paid him off early.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, and
we
then
have
it
a
was,
brain.
and then it was. This is a mismanagement of money, and then he sued them. Well, technically, and he's suing them actively.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you can't make this up.
It kind of sounds like there was a possible side deal that was made on the interest with the term, and then somebody else came in and said, "Well, that doesn't make sense. Let's pay him off early so we don't pay as high as interest."
Yeah.
And now we're
and now we're
again.
now
don't know anything. That just sounds right.
Now it's time to recall the mayor. Now it's time to get rid of the manager.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of everybody. So I want to get rid of the manager who manages whether or not I get bids, whether or not I get paid, and I got to get rid of the mayor. So I got to get rid of all of these people that took my interest from me.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
It appears to be that way. So that's the reason why I'm just like, and then, I mean, if you're sitting there and now you've got a person that sits on the commission, if this is true,
Mm-hmm.
you got a person that's sitting on the commission that is doing his dirty work for him to get petitions signed.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell does that work?
Well,
If that's true. Now, if it's true.
I saw the stack of petitions on a Facebook page today, and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's funky to me. It's super funky.
All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah, we're 7 minutes in, baby. Let's go.
You're like, we're going to be here till like 5 in the morning.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, Winhaven.
To do what Commissioner Warwick is suggesting, and that is allow Mrs. Gaynor separation for 20 days, something, because they're all terrified this is going to only snowball with the help and everybody else. If we just let it be and walk away.
Can you walk us through the options of what the way forward is? Because surely there's more than one, right?
So from a lawsuit perspective, there's not much for you to do procedurally. You have your insurance defense who is providing your litigation strategy and has already initiated the best defense for the city. So
Can you imagine being
in
the
the legal
manager
forum,
and they're sitting there talking about
that's
how
already
they want
taking
to fire
place
you
in terms of
while
what you
you're
can do.
sitting there
Vicki
the
does work
entire
at
time?
the pleasure of the
I'd
commission.
be eating it up.
So
The thing is if nobody did
you do
anything
not have to
wrong,
wait
then
for the
there's no
lawsuit
action
to
that
take
needs to
any
be
action
taken.
against
Yeah.
Vicki.
So
if
they're
that was your
already
pleasure to do
preemptively
so.
planning
Whether-
for
Yeah.
action to be
whatever
taken.
form
Well,
that
that's the other
disciplinary
thing. They've
action
already
will
made
take.
up, these two,
You have that
Jamie and
prerogative.
Judy, their
You
minds
have
are
that now,
already
whether
made
or
up.
not there is a
100%.
lawsuit pending.
So,
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I think the alleged conduct is relevant, and we require to take some type of action. And I know this way this special commission meeting
That
is,
almost
it
sounds
says
like an admission of
discussion
guilt.
only. So that means we can't make any motions. You can only, since it's a special commission meeting, you can only discuss whatever's on the agenda. Is that right?
That is generally true. Yes.
So can we take action in this one since it only says discussion only, or do we have to have another special commission meeting?
I think the five of you are gathered here together. If there's action you want to take,
Okay.
you
That's
are
reasonable.
legally able to
Let's
do so.
do something.
All right, so I would like to have a discussion and I got four different things I'd like to look at, okay? First one being discussion, possible approval to terminate the
What's
city
that?
manager.
So a chat came in from Fane Wynn saying he's still trying to figure out what the sides are.
sides?
Who's taking what sides?
Oh, well,
You just called it. Yeah, break it down one more time. The two on the end.
okay. So, well, now I got to go into Jamie Warwick's story.
Let's go, baby.
Jamie Warwick, again, great guy.
Mhm.
He's a retired, I want to say he was like 8 from the Air Force.
Mhm.
So he knows what selfless service means, but he's really big about accountability.
Yeah.
So it's like if you do something wrong, like there's no like the issue that I think, and I would say this to Jamie just based on this meeting today. It's like, dude, just let. I know he's still upset about the police chief thing, and again, he has personal reasons why. So if you go back to the police chief thing, Vicki didn't come out. Do you know about all that?
No.
God, dude, I do not feel like explaining all that.
Don't.
That's a freaking
I saw
long story
something about
short-
it. I just.
long story short. Police chief, freaking, he ends up, he goes to Newbies down here at the beach, pulling out of the parking lot at 4 a.m. He sideswipes a car.
Yeah.
Thought, according to him, which by the way, it's his word. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm not saying that I don't. His word was he thought he left his information on the vehicle.
I saw that. Yeah.
And he pulled out. and
On
they-
the vehicle? Like, what did you mean? Put a card down, police chief? Call me?
Anyway, it's his story, and the guy's vehicle that got hit. I mean, that guy, he was taken care of by the insurance company.
Good.
Everything was paid out. Everything was good. There was a trial, or there was like a case or whatever for it. He ended up having to go before a judge. He had to get an attorney.
Nice.
Whatever. He was found. I can't remember. He wasn't found guilty of
Yeah,
anything.
That's good.
Anyway,
Everybody
so
messes
when
up.
all that happened, it created a lot of pressure on the commission, because they were like, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell the public that he had this happen? And it was like part of the argument is like, well, he was on his personal time. He was in his personal vehicle.
Right.
And, but that type of lingo and that type of talk does not hold up to a Master Chief from the freaking Air
Accountability
Force.
Squad? Yeah.
His Master Chief is what his rank was. But like that type of stuff, he doesn't care about that, because it's like, no, dude, you're the police chief everywhere you go. You represent Lynn Haven everywhere you go.
But he wasn't even in Lynn Haven. I mean, look, everybody makes mistakes and people do dumb stuff.
Well,
We all
There's
do.
been, and again, this is his whole thing. I mean, he's got personal stuff out for Ricky when he was running for office. Apparently, the police department told Jamie that he wasn't allowed to be knocking on doors in the hammocks, when, yes, he is. It's not soliciting, because it's part of running for office.
Right.
So apparently he was threatened that they were going to. So, I mean, he's got issues that are separate from these but it's
Isn't that the same thing as the police chief hitting the car?
Jamie's thing, and you can go back to the podcast, you can watch it. His whole thing is, it's like an accumulation. It just keeps stacking and building on top of each other. So there's like back all the way to where this is like a Jerry Springer
We'll do a
show
filler episode.
because like apparently there's like the police chief had some text messages that were about Judy back in the day, and like that all came to light. I mean, there's a lot
Of just mess. And
but
this
it's
is our
all-
city.
It's all drama. Most of it is drama.
This is
Most of
our
it
this is
drama.
our Lynn Haven, all the stuff. So the question was who. So,
Yeah. So
right.
that's the reason why I was saying. So you got Judy, who wants to fire Vicky, and according to sources, wants to get rid of the mayor. You got Jamie. I mean, it's pretty clear what he wants to do. He wants to fire her, let her go. You have Sam. He's trying to figure out all the options that are available.
Yeah, Sam with the red shirt, right?
Yeah,
Seems like a reasonable person so far. We're 9 minutes in.
Sam and I have known each other since I was in like the 6th or 7th grade, so I've known Sam for a while. He just wants to make sure that we don't have another go around of what we had with Ricky, which is like this over a year process of just chatter and nonsense negativity. in the
Waste of
city.
time.
Yeah. So, and then of course you got Jesse, which is the mayor, and I was actually pretty. It was interesting how he ran the meeting today, and you'll see as we go on. You could press play again. So, hopefully.
Chat's filled in.
Number
Pat
two,
Perno.
discussion possible
Forgot
approval
about
to
that.
place a city manager on administrative leave without pay. Number three, discussion and possible approval to place a city manager on administrative leave with pay. And then lastly, some type of discussion and possible action to direct some type of investigation or something. Because to me, you know, there's a couple individuals named in that deposition. They're either going to corroborate the story or not. I don't think it's that hard. But what I'm worried about is this gets prolonged and prolonged. We know how the judicial system works. We don't have time to wait. We have to take action. So I would like to start with that. Number one in that order. So first one, I'd like to have a discussion, possible approval to terminate the city manager.
Lead
Wow,
discussion.
going straight for the throat, dude.
Well, I know some of the discussion is going to be, well, we don't know if it's true or not. And I'm going to give my honest opinion. Some people might disagree with me. That's okay. If we were having this discussion of possible termination of the city manager and it wasn't even, this deposition wasn't even here, my answer would be the same. My past experience with the city manager, I don't think she's the best person for the position. I don't. I've found things where policy and procedures were not followed. I mean, I hate to bring things up in the past, but you know, the whole thing that happened with the police chief, we didn't hear about it for a month and a half. There's things like that that I continually find out after the fact. And there's a trust there. And I think trust has been lost. And, you know, and I think this is the other thing that's important for everybody to understand, that you don't have to have, and according to the contract, she works at the pleasure of the commission. So you don't even have to have a reason to terminate her because she's at will, right? So since she's at will, as long as you're not violating any state and federal laws, you can terminate it because you're like, hey, look, you're a nice person, you do a fairly good job, but we're looking for somebody that's got a little bit different leadership management style. It could be something as simple as that. So
he doesn't like her.
I'd like to make a
pretty much.
motion to terminate the city manager effective immediately.
And I'll second that.
Okay,
Yes.
there's our teams, guys. We have a
I can hear you,
We have a
yes.
race here.
Can you hear him?
This is the insurance attorney.
Harold, how do I make?
If you just put the microphone down
Oh.
to you.
All right, go ahead.
Good morning, Commission. My name is Chad Dunn. I'm with the Pennington Law Firm in Tallahassee, and as Ms. Meyer said, I've been retained to provide, by your insurer, to provide your legal defense in this case. And before you vote on any motions or have more discussion, I just wanted to piggyback and give some more background to what Ms. Meyer said at the beginning. Your city is being sued right now, and first, this is a public meeting, so any statements you make, allegations you make, are out in the public forum.
He does not care.
And I just want to caution you, because there's risk in a public forum that you can waive attorney-client privilege, you can harm your litigation strategy, and at worst, you can potentially compromise the fairness of the legal
Can admit
proceeding,
guilt.
including prejudicing a future jury pool. And all of those things expose the city to unnecessary risk. So I would just caution you, you're under a lawsuit right now. There's allegations in the complaint that you taking action today are not going to change, fix, or make the suit go away. So if you try this case in the court of public opinion without the full information, you bypass the legal framework and safeguards that are in place. And a complaint's just a series of allegations. We're way too early in the process. We have a motion to dismiss pending. There's multiple sides to the story, which you've already alleged to. And you've heard the testimony of one witness. So I know you want to know the heart of the matter and get to the truth of what happened here. And the truth will come to light. We're just so early in the litigation process that I ask you not to rush to a judgment.
And if she wasn't doing her job properly, why wouldn't we as the people be informed of that way before this? Because I haven't even heard of this lady's name before.
The allegations in this complaint, the primary ones from 2021, that's several years ago. So my advice is to let the legal process play out a little bit more, see what happens to the motion to dismiss, and I implore you not to jeopardize the city's ability to defend itself today. Thank you.
So can I ask a question? So I know you don't want us to talk about the case, but I'll say what I said earlier. There's allegations in there that could be true. I'm not saying, in a sense, they could be true. Why would, and the whole idea to have city attorneys is decrease the legal liability of the city. So why would we not take action to decrease or eliminate legal liability of the city?
Sounds like he's increasing.
All right, pause it real quick.
In my opinion, the action you're proposing is
Okay, so you own several businesses.
Yeah.
You have several employees.
Yeah.
So I know you have, it's a very good moving company.
Yep. Very good everything.
Yeah. So if you had somebody that went in somebody's house
Mm-hmm.
and they moved furniture or something like that,
Mhm.
and then this lady calls you after they leave,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Hey, this person stole my Rolex."
Mhm.
All right. Would you immediately just fire that person for that?
Absolutely not. We've had that happen before.
Yeah.
We had a lady, beautiful house, very nice lady. One of her Louis Vuitton's purses went missing, and then a $5 bill. Her husband was a jazz player.
But it could be true.
Yeah. But
It
I'm not going to
could-
fire the employee just based off of what the customer says. And guess what? 5 days later, she calls and says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Well, let me
I
ask
found
you,
it."
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
If you had that same employee where it's happened 5 times, but nobody has ever been able to prove that they did it, would you fire them?
If if the items were recovered, or if they found, usually 9 times out of 10, it's somebody just put something somewhere they shouldn't have.
But
Then
I'm
yes.
just
But
saying,
if the client,
if somebody has been accused so many times and the items were never found,
oh yeah, no, fired for sure.
fire 'em?
Not just fired, but probably would pursue legal action against that employee 100%, without question, 100%. Because
So-
that puts the integrity of myself and my business at risk, and there's no way that I'm going to risk that.
yeah, I do believe that if the bid rigging is true, then yeah, that's a fireable offense.
Yeah,
but you have to prove it.
Yeah.
You can't just. This is what I don't understand.
He
about
doesn't
any of
like
this.
her. He doesn't like her at all.
I mean,
his first option was firing her, which admits guilt on behalf of the city. I feel like if I'm a lawyer, they fired her. They accused her of it. And they fired her.
Yeah.
That's going to cost the city money at the end of the day. I mean, that's enough.
And so here's
napalm.
why, and here that's napalm ammunition in the back seat.
In the back seat.
Yeah. But here's the deal. This whole thing of him, he keeps saying, these are allegations and we don't need to put any more risk on the city.
The lawyer?
It's like,
right?
well, no, Jamie. He's like, we need to get rid of her. That way there's no more risk.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, this is where he screws up, and he knows that, or he should know this. There's always a risk that somebody is not doing what they are supposed to do when they are a freaking employee. All right, so there's always that risk. It doesn't matter who you get in that seat.
Yep.
What? Yeah. The last nerd that you had running freaking Lynn Haven stole how much money? And then this woman hasn't stole a damn thing.
He doesn't like her. That's what it sounds like. Is he does not like
He's
her? He
got
doesn't like how she operates.
got reasons. But the thing about it is not liking somebody is not enough to get rid of somebody.
110%.
You have to have something that's there other than an engineer that, after what we talked about earlier, that came forth all of a sudden. All of that. And here's the other thing about that. There's 2 other witnesses that are out there. I'm going to mention their names. They haven't even come out with their depositions yet.
They know nothing.
Well, no, they do. They're claiming that they have some sort of.
It's just such.
But the thing about it is, it's all like people talking. But there's no hey, here is the document, or where she clearly said, I don't know.
I agree 1,000%.
All right, you go ahead, press play. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not limiting the liability because the actions in the complaint have already taken place. So
But that caused me to question the city manager's duties. That caused me to question the city manager fulfill her duty legally and ethically. To me, that's a serious allegation.
He's already acting like she did what they said.
there's two
He's
different
essentially
things. So
saying
if
that
you
exactly.
want to take action against the city manager for some reason, that sets on its side and it may impact the strategy in this case because it looks like you have believed the allegations.
Right,
But
exactly.
you firing the city manager doesn't change the allegations in the lawsuit. They've happened
Against the
in the past.
city.
The lawsuit will
So
still
they
be
happened
there.
Exactly.
several years ago, and taking action today isn't going to fix that. Now, again, if you think
Right.
separately and apart that the city manager is not doing a good job for you and you want to make a change, that's your prerogative. But when you
Correct.
start putting statements on the record about past actions and other reasons,
It's
that
adding
you think
ammunition to
they're
the
not
fire.
doing a good job.
You're just helping the attorney to the dude that's
That's
suing
suing the
you.
city, dude.
And I
Suing
have a
me as the
question, if I
taxpayer.
may ask also. Would it,
Body
I
language.
personally don't have a problem with leave of absence for 20 days.
Oh, pause that
as
shit.
long
Pause
as
it. Pause it. Pause
she
it.
has
Pause
no
it. Pause
access
it.
to
Judy. In what court case have you ever known for something to go through in 21 days?
It's a proposition for termination.
Well,
It's-
no. Yeah, but
It
the
gives them an
whole
opportunity to find
that's the
somebody else.
dumbest. Let's give her 21 days a leave of absence. Why? Because the lawsuit's still going to be there after that 21 days. Like this right here is a perfect example. And Judy is a sweet lady. I have nothing like against her at all. I have something against what you're saying though, because this, like, you want to show competence as a commissioner. know how lawsuits can work. Because she says here in a second, she says, we get sued all the time. We got like 12 going on right now. Yes, exactly. You should probably have a knowledge of how lawsuits work.
By now, you would think.
Yeah, no, it's not a 21 days and we're going to figure it out. Your friend that still, frequents your
We
doors
elected
of
these
your
people?
restaurant
This is an election.
is suing you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. And I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense.
This
I'm the
isn't going
taxpayer.
to be a small suit either. I don't think it would be a small suit.
I don't know
I
how
mean,
much it is.
Yeah.
I didn't do my research.
Yeah, me neither. We just threw this thing together.
Yeah,
Thank you.
whatever. It just doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
no.
Anyway, all right, go ahead, press play.
Yeah, they're nailing themselves to the cross.
Yeah.
IT, the minute we walk out of this room, and she does not have any communication with the staff here. Because
You can't do
I'm not
that.
throwing anybody under
Her
the
car
bus,
was parked
but
there today.
It's not just this, just
That was
like
the
Commissioner Warwick said, it's not just this incident. If we wanted to, we know the two people that were in that room.
It's not just this.
Could ask
incident.
them right now, did she say it or did she not say it? They're right here. But
Wow.
for some reason,
Wow.
we are not deposing
I
those
missed
two
it.
people.
What?
Can you pause it for 2 seconds?
And that needs to be done.
She just said the two other people that were in the room are in that room there now, and that they could ask them the question right then and there whether she said it or didn't say
Again,
it, which
this
would
is
be
this is. You want to talk about a recall? You want to talk about something like that? How about someone that is so negligent to a city lawsuit
Yep.
that you're willing
to throw it.
to throw it all away right there and just give my tax dollars straight to the millionnaire that is
Which
freaking
already
suing
got
you.
millions back in
Yeah.
interest on the loan that he gave us as a city.
No, I don't think he got. Well, he might have. I don't think he got millions because they paid it off early.
Yeah.
So he didn't have time to recoup that money. But my point is on all of that is that you sit there as a commissioner, you have a freaking attorney that is telling you over and over and over again, hey,
shut up.
guys, shut the freak up. You're being sued, and everything you say in this can be used against you. But she's like, well, not with me because he's a friend of mine. And it's like,
That's
a
not how lawsuits
problem in
work.
itself.
Yeah, it very much so is. 110%. That's a huge problem. She's friends. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Anger.
So, I mean, I'm asking that attorney there, does he feel that it would be more fair or whatever if she had a 20-day absence?
He already answered that.
I don't have an opinion on putting the city manager on administrative leave. I'll just say any statement you make or action you take against her lends credence to the allegations in the complaint, which are just allegations. And so you, in my opinion, by acting on this,
It's
there's a
common
motion to
sense.
dismiss
Yeah, it really
pending,
is. Shut
are
up.
doing more harm than good. And I would again implore you to just wait and see if that motion is successful or not. And then if it's not,
With respect.
then,
Shut
then
up.
you got to recalibrate and say, okay, how long do we want to wait? Do we want to start asking people questions? I certainly wouldn't do it in this public forum. You ask those two individuals, city employees, questions
It's
at this
done.
meeting.
It's
You
a
waive
wrap.
attorney-client privilege. And so I would just, again, I'm asking you.
The
And-
lawyers
but,
just.
but the thing about it is the peanut gallery is going to sit there and be like,
Let me ask
oh, the
this.
attorneys are running it.
Yeah.
They're telling them what to do.
That's why they're there.
Oh my God.
Commissioner
Yes.
and mayor to have one-on-one with the employees and ask them questions in private
You're not an
about
investigator.
this.
But I mean, I get.
I think that touches some on Amy's expertise. I don't see a sunshine problem there. If you want to sit, if I can be there too, and we have an interview with the witnesses, I don't think that's impermissible. The
I
thing
actually
that we're
don't.
cautioning is you're going to
I'm
want
not-
to
I don't
take
have a problem with that.
information.
But I
don't-
wouldn't want this guy or this lady there.
I don't, but I
And you go
do.
back to a public
Yeah.
forum,
Well,
and you
because
take action and you put those statements out into the public. Again,
you should know.
the city's under
You
lawsuit.
as a
Everything
sitting
you put
commissioner
out
should
to
not
the
know more
public,
than what is going on
is
than I
there
am.
for
100%.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think we could do it without saying what we discussed and just make a decision.
I don't trust these guys not to say
I
what
mean,
they're
we're under
not to
lawsuits
say
all
what
the
they
time.
discussed.
Oh, here
Oh.
We've got dozens. But this particular one,
We're under lawsuits all the time.
This
Here, just
particular
add it to the
one-
stack. It's fine. Go ahead.
it just leaves so much
Oh my God.
out there to happen if we don't take some kind of action. And again, I'm not saying to fire Ms. Gaynor right out, but
Okay,
I
pause it,
think
pause it,
she
pause it,
needs
pause it, pause it, pause it,
to, there needs to be distance.
You want to hear something crazy?
Crazier than that.
Okay, so the Republican debates, they don't have debates. They're weak. They do forums because they don't want people to get into arguments. So she said, I do believe that I recall her saying in that forum that she did with the local GOP, the Republican forum, she had said that she was not going to pursue firing Vicky Gaynor because they were already talking about all of this before she even took this seat.
How long ago was that? Estimated?
What election was in April? March?
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. March. So
So she didn't
back
have
when
the
they were going
opportunity to work with this individual yet, and she already had.
she's already sat on the commission
Oh,
before.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had to give up her seat to run against Jesse Nelson. Jesse Nelson won, and then she had to wait till the next go around to run again.
This is kind of disgusting that this is how our local politics
Dude,
are going
man,
right now.
I'm telling you, man.
This is so just
It's
for
a
the
Jerry Springer show, bro.
for the chat and for anybody watching live and for you too. Like I don't keep up with local politics. I think that like I just stick my head in the dirt and do my business. That's what I do. I ignore it all. So this is a new realm for me. So anybody watching that's getting caught up on politics, this is me and you are together right now. This is how they're running it. They're turning against each other. They're waving what the lawyers telling them to do. They're wanting to expose evidence in front of the person that's suing them in a city council forum.
Oh, he's there at this meeting.
That's what I'm saying.
No. The owner of Phoenix Construction?
Yeah, he's there.
He's in
and
the
guarantee he's recording, and not only is recording, but it's all here, and it's not.
Man, he
you
doesn't
know
have to
what?
record it. The shit goes on freaking
Yeah.
YouTube.
And we're replaying it right now. I'm all for the truth, and like if she messed up, she messed up, right? But as citizens of the city that pay tax in the city, I would prefer if we had somebody. No disrespect towards anybody, but there's got to be a level of competency there. And yes, the truth needs to come out, and the answers need to be had, and it fired, hired, whatever. But like, show a unified front for the city because it's not your money. Yeah, we have. She said it like it's nothing. We have 12 lawsuits right now. What? Like, whoa.
That's not good.
Yeah,
and you're acting like, oh, it's no big
Well,
deal.
it's not her money is the problem. It's not her money. It's not. She gets paid to go and sit up there. They get paid to go and sit up there, and they're whining and complaining about something that the lawyer needs to handle. And yes, we should have these meetings, and yes, we should have the conversation and educate the public. However, we shouldn't beat the shit out of the public over the head and use public's money to fund our ego trip is kind of what it seems like. Anyway, continue. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm frustrated now.
Yeah, you can press play. Sorry.
Instance for sure.
You
Until-
just second the motion to do that.
Well, yeah.
Pat had to look over and be like, you already
Can I ask a
seconded
question
this
real
motion.
quick?
Yes, my man in the red
Sure,
shirt. Here we go.
No. Pat Perno. He owns Beef
what's the
O'Brady's in Lynn.
timeline
Awesome.
on someone else being deposed the next people in line?
Good question.
Because I know that y'all have ways of saying, to block it. I think the timeline on this deposition took a long time. So what are we talking about in a length of time, feasibly, ballpark, before other people that were in that room are deposed?
This is Chad Dunn again, and unfortunately, it's very difficult to say. So there have been, on the plaintiff side, Phoenix Construction, a couple of attorney changes, a couple of amended complaints. As Ms. Myers said, we filed motions to dismiss to the last two complaints. Those have not yet been heard because the plaintiff amends their pleading. So we have a motion to dismiss that we're trying to set for hearing. If the plaintiff amends their pleading again to change the allegations in the case, we have to respond again. That can take 20 to 30 days. And then after that,
But we want to suspend her for 20
depending on
days.
the outcome, if we move to dismiss again, it would have to be set for hearing and heard by the judge. And then if not, if we answer the complaint, typically the parties would exchange written discovery and then do depositions. But the plaintiff in this case is pressing to set for deposition certain city employees and the city manager. Again, as defense counsel, we have a motion to dismiss pending, and we're going to oppose that until our motion is heard. Our motion should have been heard before now, but the plaintiff has the right to amend their pleadings with some limits. So long story short, it could be a couple of months, but it's hard to give you a specific time frame because we don't have a set.
There's
time
no
I can give you now,
information.
like a
They don't-
deadline
they don't know
or a
anything.
date for our motion to be heard.
So again, I'll ask the city attorney, can we have, each of us have one-on-one in a private meeting? We swear, I don't know, we won't share it with the public what we talked about, so it doesn't affect the case. And then we can come back out here and make a decision.
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to amend my motion, as long as you're fine with it, to erase my motion and us go in a private one-on-one with Chris Lightfoot, Bobby Baker, ask any questions you want, or even Vicky Gaynor if you want, and then re-adjourn and then make a decision.
Imagine if she didn't do this.
And I believe
Imagine if
that
it's
there were
all-
more than just those 2 employees that were there as well.
There were more than those 2 in the room when this conversation went on.
Oh, I love
From my
this.
understanding, yes.
I didn't read that in the deposition.
I didn't
Pause.
either.
I love this part
mean, there-
of this when I watched this earlier. This is how hung up these 2 are on a deposition. What is a deposition? It's
Like
somebody's side of the story.
Exactly, yeah. But it's
You're
like a detailed account
basing
of the story, right?
you are basing your decision off of one person's story. That's what you got for me as a taxpayer. Let's fire the manager that has got us out of debt, or that has consistently got us out of debt, right? And has done a pretty damn good job. She's made some mistakes. Everybody does.
Everybody does.
But here's the deal. You're sitting there calling out for, oh, dude, Jamie hasn't. But the group that actually has supported Jamie, which is hilarious because Jamie kind of, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little bit discredits that a little bit, where he's just kind of like,
Probably is.
where, because I mean, he had to do it on Facebook during the election, where it's like, I'm not involved with what they're saying. He had to do that a lot with a couple of groups, one group in particular. But the whole thing is I'm looking at both of these guys and I'm going, you guys are basing your decision to fire somebody and run somebody's name through the dirt and make her and like public scrutiny and all that. Now I get it. Yeah. She's a city manager. That's what comes along with the job. But at the same time, you're throwing more gasoline on the fire and you're basing it off of one person that had a deposition. One person.
They made this decision way before this happened.
Christ, if that were the case.
This should be a city council meeting that happens where her work performance is discussed, not a lawsuit that's going on against the city, which is the money's not coming out of any of these people's pockets. Disgusting. Please continue.
Hey, Kendall.
Their testimony is either going to corroborate the story or it's not. To me, it's simple.
Hold on, city attorney.
Because the deposition is not a complete story. There were other staff members in the room. There were other parties in the room. And they also have testimony to give, which will come out in discovery. But
I think by these 2, I think I believe with what you see in the deposition and asking them certain questions, I think you can come to a 100% conclusion on what happened.
He's admitting guilt on behalf of the city
And we'll
in the
see.
lawsuit
I mean, I
based
won't
off of
know
one
until I
person's
ask the
deposition.
question,
I just
but-
got this text message too, by the
Are
way.
there going to be
You like this.
attorneys present?
they'll
And-
need to be, yes.
Okay. Because I would suggest if we do that, we need to, if that's the motion, then it has to be as close to fair as the other deposition as possible. In fact, I would take that transcript and ask the exact same questions.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So that way, if you're trying to expedite the process, then it needs to be the exact same questions I was asking the other deposition.
This guy's got
with
a brain.
attorneys present. Because if that's the case, then, I mean, it is the same thing. My issue is that, like I said earlier, I don't want to say that the deposition was true or false. I don't know fully yet. I just want to gather as much information as possible.
That's
the thing.
reasonable.
I don't want to make a premature decision to fire someone when we know for a fact we have more pieces of the puzzle.
Now pause that real quick.
Right.
And so, and
I like him.
The only freaking person, we're live, so I had to. The only freaking person that has a damn sense is and he gets made fun of by, he gets made fun of the Beacon and
By
other
them?
Yeah, he
For
gets
what?
They've
illogical?
come after him because of his age before. They've
How old
talked
is
about
he?
his experience. He's the same age as us.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well, what I'm laughing about is the fact that there has been all this scrutiny on him and his family through this. He actually told me, I don't know if he wants me to put this out there. Well, like I talked to him on the phone today. He got threats after this freaking meeting today.
How? He's a he's a logical speaker. He's asking.
I'm not gonna say too much on that.
Yeah, I understand that,
But I
which
will
is-
tell you,
disgusting.
because he said that there needed to be more than one story that we need to look over.
Correct. Which is a
And
completely
people have
reasonable
problem
thing
with
to
that,
say.
man. Screw you.
People have predetermined decisions that they.
If you ask me, when I watched this, he saved her job.
I think he saved the city. I mean, he's the
Now,
only
I will
one-
tell you, when I originally watched this, I was pissed this morning. I was like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, but then I thought about it. I was like, no, he wants to see everything come
Yes.
out before a decision is
That
made.
makes sense.
So, but the thing about it is like, you know, this is, again, this is a perfect example of like, these are people that we elected into office that are running the city. You got one person that doesn't give a crap about how much money is going to have to get paid out in a
Zero.
lawsuit.
We're 12.
You got Jamie. He's got personal issues that he
Seems
has.
like Jamie seems like a good, like he doesn't seem
All
like
right.
he's a bad dude.
I keep rounding it back around, but okay, you go ahead, press play
Yeah.
again. I just wanted to make sure that
I like Pat. He's
I
the
said
only
that about
one that
Sam.
makes
We've
sense
seen
right
this in
now.
the past. I mean, I've done a lot of research on this the past few days, and there have been cities all across America where there's been some type of investigation where some of the employees are guilty, but the other employees are not.
Yes.
And so just even locally, we had an example where there's a police chief that there was an allegation against him. And so he was put on administrative leave with pay, and they did a full investigation, and it turns out he was innocent. And the person that made the allegation told a lie.
What a great
Under oath.
point.
And I believe, don't quote me on that. But so there is I just don't want to get into the world where if an allegation is made, we fire somebody. I would never want to live in a world where that's the case.
Right.
However, if we do gather information and it proves to tell the whole story and it's a fireable offense, then sure. But we're truly not at that point yet. This is a serious matter. It's a serious thing. And I just want to encourage you all to make sure that you have as much information as possible before you make such a drastic change.
And I guess my
What a
question
breath
to the
of fresh
city
air.
attorney and to the insurance attorney is, having this discussion, how would we be able to still discuss it publicly without disclosing what we talked about individually? Because we're not meeting together, so we will still have to talk publicly about what we heard individually in order to make a decision.
Yeah, following at your one-on-ones, if you come back together, you'll have to come together if you're going to make any decisions. Again, I would caution you not to discuss the facts, which makes it really tricky to make a motion. Well, I guess it's not tricky at all.
Just don't talk
You'll
about it.
If you make a motion to discipline, you won't be able to state the reasons why if they are related to the allegations made in the lawsuit.
An open lawsuit.
It would essentially be without cause at that point.
So is that something that you would advise us to do, to have individual, I mean, I know we have the prerogative to do it, but is that something you would advise us to do, to have these individual conversations
That's
and then
not
come back and make a decision?
That's not a legal decision. That's a business decision.
Right.
If you would like to have those conversations with staff, yeah, I would recommend that I be there, Chad be there, to observe those conversations happening. But whether or not you want to have them is completely up to you individually.
And if we had them, when could that be done?
Oh, gee, she wants
Just
to
a
do it
matter
right
of
now.
scheduling.
I mean, are we talking weeks, a month, or tomorrow?
It's a business decision.
I don't know that it could happen
do it
tomorrow. It
tomorrow.
could probably happen this week, though.
Right.
So we can't do it like right after this meeting then.
Jeez and Pete's, dude. What are we doing,
I'm
guys?
available. I do not know Chad's availability. I can't speak for him, but we can certainly set it up to happen as efficiently as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you answer?
It's not up to the lawyer
Pat, how
to set the
available
meetings
are
with
you
your
today?
staff. You are the staff. You run the
I
staff.
can be available this afternoon. Sorry, it's hard for me to hear sometimes the discussion, but I can be available this afternoon. And then Wednesday and Thursday this week, I'm not available Friday. My preference would be, I'd like to be there. I'm the one that has to defend this lawsuit if it moves forward. So I'd like to see
This
the
poor
demeanor of
guy.
the witnesses.
This poor guy,
Would be harmful to that. And so I would ask if we could
The
do it
attorney is like,
all in
what
one day,
is,
line up
what
the
the
people
heck,
that you wanna-
guys? This was
wanna speak
one
to.
freaking deposition. What are y'all
Put it
doing?
out there too. These people might lead to other people you want to speak to. But if we could line it up on one day to where I could be there in person, that would be my preference.
I feel bad for him.
Okay, so, yeah, so I don't think we had a
I
second.
don't feel bad
on
for
my
attorneys.
motion,
They
did
make a
we?
lot of money.
Yeah, you're right.
Is there,
He gets paid to do it.
Yeah.
with the motion, you just mentioned 2 employees, but there were more than 2 that were in that room, so
I would have loved to talk to
Yeah,
him,
that's fine.
the lawyer.
you would need to
When it's
amend your
done.
motion to
Yeah,
include.
so I'll amend my motion to, well, 2 things here, because we don't know yet, right? So first part of my motion would be put the city manager on administrative leave with pay until we have our interviews one-on-one on Wednesday, and we make a final determination. That would be my motion.
And I would second that.
Could you say it again, please? I just want to make sure I heard it properly.
Put the city manager on administrative leave with pay until Wednesday, when we do our one-on-ones with all the affected parties
I feel like that's
to
reasonable.
make a final determination. And then we could probably, I don't know, right after that, have a special commission meeting.
Jeez.
I don't know. Needs, or actually, I'll say it like this. I know I'm making this complicated. Put the city manager on administrative leave with pay until we do the one-on-ones with all the affected parties, and we have a special commission meeting to discuss what action we're going to take. How's that?
Well, we would have to notice a special commission meeting for 6 hours, so we would need a specific time in which we do that, which would.
I got a question.
All right. Yeah.
Who does her job while she's gone?
Okay, they're about to get to that.
Okay.
That's a great question.
Actually, I had some.
Ron Keel and the 850 podcast.
Oh no, the smoke pit. The smoke pit. Smoke pit.
That was pretty on point.
A lot of people don't understand that the smoke pit's in the military. That's where you smoke and you talk. Anyway, all right. Anyway,
I thought it was where the meats
it's
go.
a military. Yeah, I know you said that earlier. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're about to get to that. So that's gonna be.
I wonder who it is. I wonder whose friend it is.
Well, I was just asking because it was the. Do they have her credentials or record? Like,
Oh no, it gets good.
Oh, it's getting.
It's-
Are we
it's-
just getting to it right now?
is it the guy
so
that like runs the hot
originally-
dog stand at fucking one of the parks?
Oh, wait,
It's actually the newbies.
way to
hot
drop
dog
the
guy.
F-bomb. No, the I was gonna do this meeting all the way through and listen to public commentary, but really there's
I feel like that would be good too.
what to listen to the public commentary.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you want to listen to like
Yes.
the Batwing Karen get up there and
Absolutely, I do. That's the best part. That's why I'm here.
Mrs. Gaynor, you never apologized to me. Well, no, there's a reason why I didn't apologize to you. Like you are freaking batshit crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot of that in the
It's
city.
very simple. That's the
Passionate.
reason why I've never. And then she gave it. Anyway, well, we're not.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right,
We'll
let's-
get there.
Let's freaking
then get back to
go.
the- I guess once we get that scheduled, then we could notice.
Would be, so if we did it Wednesday afternoon.
We just
could have
really
the
want to
special
fire her as
commission
soon as
meeting on
possible.
Thursday?
You
We want
presently have
to-
a
we
budget
want-
workshop scheduled for Friday morning.
Yes.
Would it make sense to have a special meeting immediately before it? I'm just asking, since you're already planning to come
We could,
together.
I mean, we could.
I would prefer that, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. So Friday.
I
Why
feel
don't
like
you
this
state
is
my
like
motion again?
march her to the guillotine.
All right.
We're just
Put
gonna
the
let her
city manager
suffer
on
for like a
administrative
couple
leave.
days while we
Before you
figure out
start
whether or
over
not
there,
we're gonna
I just-
can you
I'm just gonna
based on
say,
one
I
person.
want
He
to
hasn't
ask a
started
question. Can we call an executive meeting? No,
No, not for this purpose.
not for this purpose. Okay.
to take him, whether to discuss.
Because I know you need a stenographer and all that for.
Because the
Well, there's
latest
only
from
limited
this, it
reasons
sounded
you
like
can
they're
call
gonna
a shade meeting. And to take an
put her on
employment action is not
administrative
one of
leave for
them.
the
To
entirety of
discuss
the
litigation
lawsuit,
strategy
it
or
sounds.
settlement
Just watch.
is, but we're too early in this case for that issue to be ripe.
Do you think it's important to say, since we're in public, that if we're doing an administrative leave with pay, we're basically doing an investigation, right? And if that's the case, then you also need to say that that does not imply guilt or innocence.
Right.
We need to say that publicly.
All right.
Okay.
So I guess if we're doing an investigation,
That's why I said with pay.
so if
How
we're
about
doing-
yes?
And that on record.
If we're
I
doing,
didn't mean to cut you off again, but I just wanted to ask the question about whether we could all be there.
And if they
at the
fire her,
executive meeting and
guilt.
ask the same questions and get
Well,
it all done
that-
at once.
That's a good
No,
point.
you may
That's-
You
not,
know, okay.
because the questions to be asked are substantive to the lawsuit.
so
Right.
Understood.
if we're doing an investigation, would that go beyond just what we're asking as commission? Would that go also into or to the HR actually doing an investigation on their end as well?
Chat would also like
I'm
you
not
to know they
familiar
want,
with your
smoke
internal
pit
procedures,
merch.
honestly, to do an
along with
investigation.
850
I can say if
30
you're doing
days.
an investigation, it triggers
It'll
some
be up.
exceptions under public records law. And so some duties to keep things confidential and private until the conclusion of that investigation, which under this current timeline, whatever you discover between now and then related to this fax or conversations
They
with
want to
these
fire her. If they
employees
fire her,
are
the city's
confidential
guilty.
until the conclusion of your meeting on Friday.
I would think we would also need to allow our HR and whatever attorneys to also do an investigation to pull whatever documentation is needed, as opposed to just the testimony of the employees as well to verify what's being said and what has been
This
said.
is the
'Cause right
mayor
now, we're just looking at a deposition, a deposition, but I don't know if there's any documentation to support or deny what has actually been said.
Oh, she can do that and be prepared to give that to us on Friday or Wednesday when we talk with the individuals. It gives her 2 days.
Well, that should have been done already, right? In the
That'll give them
discovery of the lawsuit,
documentation.
or are
Yep.
they not that far?
If
There's no
But I'm saying
discovery.
for
Well, they
there to
did
be a
discover. They said at the
third-party
beginning of the meeting.
investigation where
Well,
she's
yeah,
not involved.
one
Oh,
deposition.
you're not saying the HR department head, you're
Well,
saying.
it can be the HR department, third party.
Can
but
you
If we're going
imagine?
to go to this extent.
Can you imagine somebody getting murdered, right? And you're on trial for your life. And then, like, we're going off of what one person said. Like, are we freaking joking right now?
We don't like that person though, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like them.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not saying if we're going to, since we're initiating an investigation, let's not just do it in part. Let's do if we're going to do a full investigation, allow the total process to go through from an investigation perspective,
Right.
which would include an interview with those particular employees as well, but not just an interview with those employees. Because again, that goes back to this person said, as opposed to, is there any documentation to corroborate what has actually been said? Have there been emails? Because if you all remember, we received emails about this particular issue in August of 2021. And at that time, we didn't take any action on this particular issue. What we decided to do was to rebid the contracts is what we decided to do.
Actually, you know,
at
it's
that
even funnier
particular
than
time. I don't know if y'all went back and
Pause
looked
it
at the
real quick.
minutes from those.
You want to talk about a sunshine law violation?
Mm-hmm.
Judy Tender sent a email. I believe this is true.
Okay. I was gonna ask, is it 100% solid or what do we got?
I'm like positive that it may be 100%.
98's good enough for me.
She sent an email to the commission after the deposition came out, I think. And she said, we need to fire Vicky Gaynor. Literally calling to action to fire her. Sunshine violation, or that's what they always say. By the way, sunshine violation, for those of you who don't know, does not mean that you cannot talk to other commissioners or sitting commissioners or employees. It means that you cannot discuss what is going to be voted on. That you can go to lunch with another commissioner. Commissioners can go to lunch with each other.
Right.
They're just not allowed to talk about what they vote on. And a lot of people are like, oh, that looks bad. Okay, so you're saying that you elected somebody that you can't trust?
Yeah.
Well, that's on you. That's not on them. So here's the thing. Sunshine violations are not as big of a deal as the old Panama Jack likes to say all the time. actually. Sunshine violations aren't like, and by the way, it's like a $500 fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, okay, Anyway, so interesting fact for you.
But in going back and look at the minutes from those meetings, it was stated that specifically.
Well, as long as you're reciting minutes, that's fine.
Yeah, well, according
But we
to
can
the,
provide the minutes to you.
yeah, according to those minutes, that's what we made our decision on, was in rebidding the contracts. So this isn't the first time that we've heard this, or the first time we've heard it was actually
So
in
they
the
confirmed
deposition
it previously in
itself.
2021. is what you're saying.
We've actually seen that in August of 2021. And at that time,
We're
we made a
looking
decision to
guilty and we're
continue to
bringing
move
up
forward
evidence from our past.
with how we decided to do business
I
as
know.
a city.
Let's just
So I
keep
think
talking.
It's
Yeah.
that type of information.
Let's go ahead and make
we're
that
not
wallet
just
The
fat.
saying,
lawyer's on the
okay,
other-
hey,
on the
this is
phone
what this
just like,
person
he's
said in this
pulling his hair
deposition.
out.
This is what a couple of other people are saying in their testimony, and we don't have
He's
all the
debating
facts,
whether
as
he wants to
Commissioner
drive
Peebles
off
has
the
mentioned.
Hathaway.
A decision, I think we need to look at all the facts from those particular discussions, because there may be other emails that are
That attorney's out of
implying,
Tallahassee.
or
So he's just like, I'm just
telling
gonna
as to what the whole story is,
run my car down
or other
Highway
phone
20.
calls or conversations or text messages that may give the full story, and not just this person said this person said this person said this, because we are asking individuals to try to remember a conversation from nearly 4 years ago.
Jeez,
And there's been
Pete.
hundreds of conversations since then about other particular issues as well.
I've got a question. I've got a
And so
question. Go
that's
ahead and pause it
in
real
part
quick.
What we're doing is, hey, what do you remember?
So now I don't know if anybody has thought this through, and maybe I'm dude. I'm not the smartest dude. I hit
I
my
already know
head
where
a
this is
lot.
going.
Like I had 3 concussions, right? So just so bear with me for a second. I'm admitting that I'm not all there, but it's an illegal act to bid rig.
Right. 100%.
So if Mr. Forehand knew that,
Yep.
why didn't he go to the police?
That's also.
And these other 2 people that knew about this didn't go to the police, because as of right now that there's a millionaire contractor that's involved that nobody wants to get on his bad side, seems like you guys like to sing like canaries.
Yeah. All of a sudden, in the middle,
All of a sudden.
in public eye.
All of a sudden.
4 years ago.
All of a sudden, you guys have shit to say. So where was this 4 years ago? So you guys
And they knew it.
So you guys are corrupt as shit.
Yep.
Because you knew something that was going on. You didn't tell a damn person about it.
But
But it's the city manager's fault.
yeah. But we're upset because the police commissioner hit somebody's car. You know what I'm saying?
What now?
The police commission.
The police chief.
Police chief hit somebody's car, but we need to know that right now.
Yeah, we gotta
don't
do-
need to
we gotta
know
do that
about the
right now.
illegal activity that was going on behalf of the city that nobody checked.
4 years ago.
Yeah, and we're still talking about it all of a sudden now because we have a multi-million dollar construction company owner that also loaned the city money.
Loaned, oh, by the way, a lot.
Oh, millions.
When I had on Jesse, I asked him.
My stomach hurts, dude.
Yeah. When I had on Jesse, I asked him, I said, how normal is this for a city to like take a loan from a contractor that does business with the city?
With a reasonably high interest rate.
I
My car
believe
interest rate's
we've-
lower than that.
I believe that we've talked about this before, not you and me, but other people, actually people that sit up on that commission. We have talked about this same exact thing. And I think it appears to be that that Phoenix Construction's done like over, I think it's over $100 million in contracts with the city.
Mhm.
And he's upset about 300 grand. But I think it's just being upset about the fact that you paid me off early and now I'm not getting millions.
And it also, if she did tamper with the bids, right, and she tried to exclude him from that, and if he's, if there's money,
Well, it wasn't tampering with the bids. It was the parameter of the contract.
right, which may have
Yeah.
excluded him based off the way he operates his business, which, that sucks as a company. That's awful. I don't know. Sticky. I don't know. I don't want to say what I'm thinking right now, but
All right.
let's
go ahead.
continue.
Yeah, we're good. We're almost to the
Yeah,
end of
the
the
juice.
meeting. Yeah.
Was the loan enough that he should add like Phoenix construction or like payday loans or city payday loans to his resume or to the business resume?
I think so. You should open that as a second business.
It was a question from Chad. I figured I'd ask.
Just
Yeah.
giving
Multi-million-dollar loans out.
We're just giving loans out to cities.
At a
Yeah,
10% interest rate.
Well, I don't think it was that high.
Okay.
Because he was better than the banks, which is the reason why. So this goes into the former convicted felon mayor. By the way, it was kind of funny. She wrote a book.
And this is a convicted felon based off of.
She was a convicted felon. You know that I believe that the charge that she actually got convicted for was literally lying to the FBI. That's the only thing that they got her on, because there were like 56 or 63 accounts. But the one that she got stuck with was lying. So go buy her book, because everything in it's true. But anyway, all right, whatever.
Great.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm telling you.
4 years ago at this particular meeting at this particular time. And so that can be, in part the testimony from that deposition is, again, asking someone to remember something from 4 years ago. Is there any
Chad
other
would like us to
information
know that
to
per the
support
whistleblower
or
policy, it's to
deny,
report to your direct
the
supervisor.
allegations or the statements that are
Absolutely.
being
Thanks,
made,
Shaq.
so that we can make a more truthful decision.
About your supervisor to the
Me
manager.
personally, I don't think it's
I'm
that
sorry,
complicated.
pause it and tell me what you're
The
saying.
allegation
Who's
that's clear.
Chad? We got a
Chat.
Oh, the chat.
Chat, yeah.
So what's being said?
So this one is the whistleblower policy is to report to your supervisor, or if it's about your supervisor, to the city manager or clerk. After that, let's get real. The loan was to pay his work they were doing.
I didn't
Claims
say it.
that-
Somebody else did.
No, claims to have tried. Oh, for the record, Margot claims to have tried to be the whistleblower. You cannot be the whistleblower when you are the one who scored the touchdown.
You can't be the whistleblower when you're the one that scored the touchdown.
That's
That-
good stuff
that-
right there.
That whole thing.
Chat, keep it coming. You're
It
on fire.
was a low interest rate that turned from 15-year loan seriously to a 30-year loan.
Yeah.
They saved millions by paying it off early.
Yeah,
Awesome.
save millions.
And this is
Vicky's such a how
Dude,
dare
how dare
you?
her.
How dare you?
absolutely
How
unacceptable. Save the city
how
millions
dare
of
you? You
dollars.
save the taxpayers dollars.
This whole it sounds real weird to me that the loan gets paid off early, no interest saves the city millions, and now we're trying to fire the person that did that. I don't know. I don't want to get robbed or hit up. You know what I'm saying? Like city council. I don't need that. I don't need those problems. No, I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
man,
When saving millions means that and like angers people, maybe those people like that are angry
That's exactly-
need a financial advisor.
Yeah, and by
We should probably
financial
hit her up.
advisor, you mean the person that's giving the loan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to say this,
Mhm.
and I talked to I talked to Vicky the other day on the phone, and but to be honest with you, and I'll say this, she's better than this shit.
Mm.
She said today, which I hate it, and I'm not trying to scrutinize her because I know she's already going through this, but like, she wanted to give her freaking resume,
Yeah.
and be like, I've got a master's degree from Florida State, and I'm doing this. First of all, that doesn't make you qualified, Vicky. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is you don't have to give your freaking resume. You already got the job. These people the people that are just pushing this all the time. Like they want to watch here's the thing. It's like the perfect thing. Go back and listen to the podcast that I had with Zach Detweiler. I asked him while he was sitting there. I'm like, paint the perfect picture of how a city operates. And that's what I heard. Crickets. For at least a couple of seconds. And then he, it's this way and it's that way. But the thing about it is like the group that did this, right? Because I'm going to say this right here was not for the city of Lynn Haven.
No.
This right here was because you had a bunch of Karens that got online that have blown things out of proportion about
For the
other
clicks,
things.
like and subscribe.
Yeah, for the clicks, for the whatever, because they've got like 6,000 8,000 subscribers.
Their whole entire group.
Not all
is
followers
nasty.
are friends, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
View bots in Indonesia are pretty cheap, to be honest.
It's like, what is it, 30 cents per 100?
That's why I laugh. That's why I laughed at Panama Jack, because he sits there and he's got like, I think he's got like 20 some odd thousand subscribers or followers, and then it's like he only gets like maybe 150, 300 views on YouTube. And then
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
interactions
okay,
are low over there.
that doesn't look accurate. A, B, it's amazing how you'll post something. I'll watch it for like the first 10 minutes and it'll go up. There'll only be like 5 people that like it. And then all of a sudden I'll look at it another minute and it's like 5,000 views. And I'm like, dude, you paid for that so bad.
People will never admit to that. People will never, ever admit to that.
Oh, he told me, yeah.
This is crazy to me, though. So she saved the city money.
Yeah.
Right? She may or may not, or she 100% did that 4 years ago. Is that what they're all saying? 100%.
This is based off of one goddamn
4
freaking
years
deposition.
ago. 4 years ago, though, right?
Yeah.
So she may or may not have done that. She saved the city millions of dollars. She seems competent, from what I'm understanding from your conversations that you've had with her. And I've asked around about her since I've saw the stuff on Facebook. She seems like a decent person.
But what I was going to say was, when I was on the phone with her the other day, I wanted to tell her, I'd be like, go get another job and freaking just quit this.
But we need people like, if she is a good person, if she's doing the right things,
It doesn't matter what Vicky does. It doesn't, they're going to come forward no matter what.
But it doesn't. They should. If you're doing something right and people are doing things wrong.
Here's the thing, though. There's no shame in what these people are doing. If they, let's just pretend for 1 second, they fired her today.
Yeah.
A year from now, because by the way, Miss Tinder, that's how long lawsuits take normally. A year from now, when they finally get all the depositions in, and maybe it's 6 months, but the thing about it is, and then they find out that she didn't do anything wrong. You just fired somebody. You ran somebody's name through the dirt, scrutinized somebody publicly. I think she should freaking, I mean, I don't know, like, but I mean, she needs to, I feel like she should resign, go get a better job, do better for herself, and then when they find out that none of this is true, sue the freaking crap out of anybody that had anything to do with this.
Yeah. This is
Well,
my
hold
own.
on, to prove that point, chat would also like you to know that the current city administration has also paid down the city debt by over 50%, yet the claims are mismanagement. Make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I have a house. I owe $500,000 on it, and in like 4 years, I'm only owe $250,000 on it now. I got to divorce my wife because she doesn't know how to handle our finances.
It really pisses me off, though, as a tax-paying person, to know that there's somebody that's actually doing their. I mean, the numbers don't lie. That's a great example. Of that.
How about this? I got one better for the peanut gallery. Find another city manager in the state of Florida that's done that.
That's a great question.
Do it.
Yep.
Find another city manager in the state of Florida that has done it. And then if you do find somebody that did it, find out how many throughout the state of Florida.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you'd find it.
I would beg her not to quit. And then what you're saying makes perfect sense. If I was her as an individual, I would leave. Like, what am I standing here for?
I wouldn't
can make
sat
more
here. I
money.
mean, dude, I would have
would've
walked out of that room.
100%. But if she's a woman of integrity, if she's a woman of competence, and if she generally has a heart of servitude, which it sounds like she does, and she sounds intelligent by the numbers, which are facts, we need her. We need people like that.
Well, I want to chime in with that because I think what Ron was alluding to was kind of like my opinion on it. And it's because when you look at things like this, you see a lot of these groups that are going to go after the people that sit up there, want to watch Lynn Haven burn and call it a bonfire. Yeah. They don't care about the well-being. They want entertainment and clicks and things. I mean, they think, sticking the kids is good. Like, oh yeah, that's great. But I mean, that's one of the things when you're sitting up there, and I'm sure it feels all alone. I mean,
100%. Besides Pat,
when a room or a board like that turns against you, like,
Sam's in the
why should I be here? Like, I've done the good for you. I've put in the work. I mean, it's kind of hard to come back to that statement where you're like, yeah, this place needs your help, and I was like, but do they deserve it?
Yeah, no.
Could we just let it become the sewage pot? Like they want it to be. Like, it's not like
That's so depressing.
Like, let it be you know, in Bay County, like Denver, Colorado has Aurora. You know, but out west, Oakland is a part of San Francisco, and that's kind of the, like, every city or municipality or county has it. And it seems like that's the way Lynn Haven wants to go. The other municipalities are pulling themselves up. This is the only one that's pulling itself down.
What a shit
and
show.
Wants to get rid of people that
Yeah, I know,
want
you-
to
you-
do
I
better.
I wish we were streaming this
You
on
would think
Facebook right now.
you would, man, dude. Yeah, because we're not streaming it on
I
Facebook.
know. I have so
was
many
trying to
people that
tell-
need to know this information, honestly, that could actually do
Yeah, we're not
something.
streaming on Facebook,
No,
apparently,
yeah.
but it's all good.
It's okay.
Post
I'm
the
gonna
VOD
share.
then. That'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
We'll
It'll buff
clip
out.
this. We'll
It'll
clip
buff out.
this.
Yeah.
It'll buff out.
But no, like you would think that like something like this where you have this type of debt that's been paid down, and then the city safety rating, I think they call it the safety rating, it keeps going down.
Yeah.
So like, you know, everybody wants to hate on Ricky Ramey, valid. Like, I mean, dude, I don't know what the hell that dude was thinking. But the thing about it is, find another city that keeps just the crime rate just keeps going down.
Yep.
It's not a safety rating, it's a crime rate. That's what I meant to say. So like our crime rate keeps going down. But all right.
All right,
go
let's
ahead.
run it. Golly, I feel for this woman.
So what is the allegation? I mean,
I think that's the easier thing to point out, where it's you don't have to agree with someone, and that the people we've had in, that's a lot of the complaints I see is where it's friction or things like, hey, I think they're a jerk and whatnot. I'm like,
Yeah, who cares?
you're welcome to do this, but when we start getting into these levels of things, it's like, where's the scale, right? It's definitely weighing on one side.
Oh, 150%. Makes no sense.
I understand you're saying it's not that complicated, but we just can't.
So I think what I would like the mayor to ask or clarify is not the allegation, but the specific set of
I
facts
mean, I think parade
that are
should
being
be at noon,
investigated.
but
And
that's my opinion.
if
agree.
the third party is to undertake the investigation. Alternatively, I think to also meet the mayor's, what I think the mayor may be asking is, can staff provide you all relevant public records related to this particular bid?
Completely
Is
reasonable.
that fair?
Yes.
Yeah, that's no
Well,
problem.
And from what I'm seeing or what I'm reading, are we asking about a particular bid? Or are we asking
Was that Vicky
about
that just spoke that said that's no
change in
problem?
how we actually did our bid processing? Or what are we asking per se?
Talk about what's in the deposition or not.
No,
jeez.
you can't. I'm
I'll
sorry.
just say it this simply. I'll just say it very vague.
He's so.
There's an allegation in deposition. Allegation is very clear. Simple question, asking simple questions to the party involved, it will either corroborate the story or it won't corroborate the story. If it corroborates the story, to me, it's an easy decision.
From 4 years
If it
ago.
Just
doesn't
wait for them to
corroborate
do their
the story, it's a
deposition
different
and then
thing,
read
right?
it.
Let the
But
lawyer
the thing
do
about
it
it
all.
is like, because
That's
guess
the way
what?
I'm
Because
looking
even
at it.
what
I
they
really
tell
don't
you
think it's that
behind,
complicated.
even what
I'm
they
not-
tell you
I'm
behind
not
closed
making it
doors
complicated.
may
I
not be
know.
what they
I'm just
freaking do
saying,
in their
just trying to do
deposition.
it legally.
100%.
If we're going to do, if we're going
100%.
to, if we're
Yeah.
going to do
They're going to
this,
make a
then let's
judgment based
look
off
at
that.
all
Yeah,
the
they could
facts.
change their mind before they do their deposition. So if even if you do your little investigation where you sit down in a freaking boardroom somewhere and you ask
Hey, your
somebody,
job's on the line with a spotlight
well,
on your
no, what I'm
face.
saying is these other two witnesses.
Yeah.
And then they're going to sit there and then they're going to say whatever. What happens if one of those witnesses changes what they do in the deposition?
100%.
Because they're not under oath when they're talking to you.
Like the plot line of literally every law movie or courtroom movie
Yeah.
or show, where it's like, oh yeah, this person told me
They
this.
told me this, but then they do the
And then
deposition.
they go in and you see the lawyer's face, like, oh my god, like what is going
Did
on?
you
I
say-
didn't expect this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, I was getting out of the shower the other day and I realized I forgot this one specific part. And,
4 years
like,
ago
this
from
was-
the conversation.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, shoot, I already told the commissioners that this happened. And that could be tampering with depositions that come out. Because
100%.
what if you sat there and you questioned this Bobby, whoever, and this
Littlefoot?
Chris Lightfoot, whatever.
John Doe.
Yeah,
Doe.
whatever. You question both these people, and then they sit there and then they answer all these questions. They're gonna feel like you're badgering them for the getting rid of her. And maybe who knows? Maybe they'll sit down and they agree with everything. But at the same time, they could change their mind when they go in, and then you let somebody go and you fired somebody based on what they told you, not under oath.
Which is another lawsuit for the city. But who cares? We have 12.
Yeah,
Who cares?
We've already got 12, man. Just add those other two that are on there. It's all good. All right.
let's look at the public records. Let's let staff provide us the information that's needed so that we can make a decision and not, again, asking someone to go off their memory from 4 years ago,
I
per
agree.
se. Or making sure we include everyone, because I did read the deposition, but there were other employees that were there that were not that were not named in the deposition as well.
Mhm.
So I
Because
think
it happened 4 years ago.
not just including, in addition to including all parties, that we include all the information during our sessions as well, allowing staff to provide us anything that's pertaining to that of what we're trying to investigate. So are we trying to track down, and I guess my question, are we trying to track down an allegation? Or are we trying to actually track down, was it legal for us to do what we did as the commission whenever we made these changes? Because again, if there is an allegation, we corroborated it because we made the decision to move forward with those particular changes that were suggested to us. So it's not like
There's things in there that I didn't, there's things in there that I didn't know.
Just for the record, I was not on the board during that time, so it was not we.
You're here now with us, so welcome aboard.
Yeah.
So
Jeez,
what it
poor
sounds
guy.
like to me is that we will make these 2 employees available to meet with each commissioner.
And I think whatever
and we
other
will-
additional employees that were there and
We will,
present.
you're essentially doing at least 5 individual investigations. So we will make these 2 employees available to you for one-on-ones on Wednesday or Thursday. Staff will provide to you the documents we think are relevant to those conversations. And then we'll meet again on Friday, is what I understand.
We
Do I
should do it
understand that
like
correctly?
Bill O'Reilly and just do it
Oh, like-
live.
Yeah,
Do
why
them all
not?
at one time.
We're
in front
already
of
doing
everyone.
it live.
Yeah.
You know what I
Actually
mean?
in the meeting, and not just
Don't
those
need-
two
we're
that are
gonna
named in the
speak it,
deposition, but
You
whoever
know,
was there.
no matter what.
And for the attorney also, if I can just make this statement, for as long as Mrs. Gaynor is on leave, we can request from the League of Cities
Okay,
an
here we go.
interim city
That's what I was
manager.
talking about.
They will come and step in for as long as they have to be here.
We already have an assistant city manager. Why would we need to ask for an
No.
interim?
That will not fly.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
jeez.
That will
She wants
not
to fill her
fly.
chairs.
So
what
we
she
have an
wants.
assistant city manager, but we're going to
Frank
ask
from the
for
hot dog
the
stand,
lead
you're up,
assistant
buddy.
city manager.
Yes, we do. We want somebody that knows nothing in
See,
regards
Frank?
to the employees and or anything about them.
How they're going to effectively lead our city if they don't know anything about what's going on with
Correct.
our city.
They're
100%.
experienced. And they would probably give the leaders of the
Translation, they're
departments
old.
Yeah.
the authority to do their job.
Ms. Tender,
Leave it at
they
that.
do have the ability to do
There
their
we go.
job.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one
There
thing
she
I
goes.
can
Let's
say.
go.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, Amy, if you could help us see what motion are we making right now, or what motion is actually?
You need me to repeat it?
Yeah, no
So a motion to leave with pay until employee interviews are concluded and a meeting by the commission has been had to take some action.
Yes, that would be the motion I would like to make.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any further discussion from the commission on that?
Just want to reiterate, for the record, we're not admitting innocence or guilt until after this investigation is done. We all agree with that? Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, he agrees. Let's go.
This time we'll receive public commentary. We'll go row by row. First
Here
row,
we go.
Mr. Walker.
It's about to get good.
Oh, no.
What you
So
got?
this is a good one from chat. They said, well, if we want to save the city some money, let's just quit paying a city lawyer since they don't listen to their advice anyway.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. That's
Mayor, I
gold.
would request that the public comments be related specifically to the motion on the table.
Can we
and not
pause real
to
quick before we get to city
any of the
comments, which
facts
is, I know is going to
that
be
may
absolutely phenomenal
be
and
just-
scorched earth. So just to summarize what we've reviewed so far, we have Vicky, who's in question of bid tampering, right? Which is an illegal offense 4 years ago. We have 2 city commissioners that are wanting to terminate her essentially immediately, right? Pushed for termination immediately, like right now.
Yeah.
Voted for it. They chose not to do that. She's on leave with pay. That's what they voted for, right? Until the investigation concludes.
No,
Okay. No.
it's not till the investigation concludes.
Or
is
for
it?
30 days, 20 days, something like that.
How many days was it?
from my understanding, what I just heard, it was till the investigation concludes.
That's what I read today.
Till they at least hear the other two depositions.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Not the deposition, so they can do their own personal investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
And they want to come back on Friday.
Employee
and again,
reviews.
the reason why that is the most ridiculous thing that you could ever do, and I disagree with every single one of those people up there on the commission, is because when you question them, the Bobby whoever and the Chris whatever, you're sitting there and you're questioning two people that are not under oath.
Yeah.
So it means absolutely freaking nothing.
Right.
Because they can change their mind and their story before they do their deposition. So no, it is completely ridiculous that they would even do this.
And
It makes no goddamn sense.
Your investigation should be the deposition.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Like I've seen
The
enough
legal
suits
process.
to understand
Yes,
that that's what happens.
It should be a deposition. This is not a deposition that they're talking about. This is, okay, we're going to go back over here. This is our attorney. This is Fred Flintstone. And we're going to sit here and we're going to take your, all right, so what happened? Tell us about what was truthful in the, and so did you
Chad, if
witness
you got to
this?
send suits to these people, then feel free to. That way they can learn about how this works.
And just to like summarize, so they're putting her on leave. This woman saved the city millions of dollars, cut the deficit in half, right?
By over half.
By over half. And we're
That was mismanagement, though.
mismanagement of the money
Yeah,
that she
yeah,
cut
she-
in
she-
half.
yeah,
And
that's
for
mismanagement.
if you don't know because you haven't been watching, if you just
Maybe
tuned
like
in,
if you cut like that amount of money, maybe you like, you know, the
should get a-
personality friction, right? Where it's like, because you're saving money, where it's
Yeah.
like, hey man, like this was going to pay for this and my yacht and blah, blah, blah,
yes,
blah.
that's
By
what
the way,
exactly
by the way. How hard is it going to be for you to play one of those videos for me real quick? On top of this.
I can't download them.
Oh, you can't download them?
Do you have the raws?
I haven't.
Or are you forwarding them to me? If you have a raw, I could probably
send
pull
them
it up.
to you over Messenger.
I cannot download them, and that means I have to give my personal Facebook information when I pull it up.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well,
But
I'll just say it because it's 100% true, and you can go look it up. At marker 3 minutes 30 seconds, you can start watching on the Bernie Thompson show. If you want to know the links that people will go to try to get this recall under wraps, like they're downright lying. James Finch lied on the Bernie Thompson show. He said that called Jesse Nelson a Democrat and had the Democratic Party run him because he knows that it's a fairly Republican area to do this. Like these are the links that people are going to make sure. I've got video footage of somebody going on somebody's doorstep today and telling residents of Lynn Haven that state law enforcement was currently at the city building going through files and investigating. That's a lie. All of this is coming from that recall Jesse Nelson bullcrap.
And this Jesse Nelson also saved the city a bunch of money and made it safer, right?
I mean, he's the mayor. It's happened under his leadership.
Yeah.
You know what was really, really funny? All the debt that was racked up was from the previous mayor. She spent money like a liberal spends in Washington.
I just shared this on Facebook because we're not streaming on Facebook. But God, if you're watching, please pay attention and tune in. I'm not politically inclined. I don't know what's going on in the political atmosphere. Like, you know, I should pay attention to it. The people that are pushing this stuff are not like good people, obviously. If you have to lie about a bunch of stuff, and if you're mad because
Literally.
debts got cut,
Exactly.
if you're mad about the city saving money, if you're mad about paying off loans, interest-bearing loans early,
There, hold on.
And run for mayor. Went to the Democratic Party in Panama City. They shoved him out of Lynn Haven and run for mayor. So,
Literally says, called him a Democrat, said that the Democratic Party ran him for mayor. Literally, on a show.
yeah.
You lied about that so you get your freaking petition signed. Now listen, let me tell you something, and I'll admit this all day long, because for a minute, I wasn't a huge Jesse Nelson fan. I'm still not a huge Jesse Nelson fan. He screwed up a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm also a logical goddamn person that says, hey, let him finish out his turn, and then we'll get somebody in there that's good.
This whole thing about the city manager and the mayor and all this is all, it all
like
comes
a smear
together. And
campaign.
all it is, well, my ego was hurt because
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be getting millions. How am I supposed to pay off that ex-wife?
And it's with taxpayer money.
Come on, baby Billy.
So
Baby Billy, I'll tell you how you do it. We're going to
Can I
spend that
say-
resume to
All I
another.
need is anyway. So this woman saved the city a bunch of money, cut the deficit by more than half, cut the money that we owed. We were in debt with by more than half. That sounds like a pretty damn good job to me.
Yeah.
Maybe made a mistake, maybe didn't. We know nothing because there's one deposition from 4 years ago. Then there was no investigation done then. And now we are running her through the dirt publicly, pretty much saying on a commission special meeting that she's guilty and needs to be fired.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was caught
Okay,
up.
cool. Let's fast forward through the public commentary. Unless you want.
I would love to just hear. 'Cause
Well, I think a good thing before we get to discussing that, where it's we got 3 good personalities here, right? Like Ron wants to see them succeed, and then you're kind of the guy that's not in the know. You haven't been in these interviews that I've had to sit in,
right?
And mine is, and I tell everyone every day. I just kind of I found a good meme to explain it to Ron. Have you seen The Watchmen?
Yes.
You know Rorschach's famous line. You know, people.
No, I don't know.
The issues that are going on, and people look up and scream, you know, help us, and I whisper down, no.
Yep.
That's kind of how I feel about Lynn Haven, where it's
that's a great. Yep. That's a great. I don't know.
But
My
it's
mind is just so blown
you're
right
in
now.
between these 2 personalities, where it's you get the raw as we watch it,
Yeah.
and then kind of this banter back,
Which
and
is what
forth.
people should get, is someone that knows enough and is logical, and someone that's very well informed. And I'm going to ask those questions.
Dude, I'm not well informed. Like, Zach called me out when he came on the show. He's like, you don't do your research? I'm like, no, that's the reason why I have you
That's
nerds
right.
on. You did all the research. I'm
You're
listening to
literally
you.
the SME, and you're not going to take me to town?
He literally told me, and listen, a good guy, but man, he called me out. He was like, "Was you gonna do any research?" I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. Put a freaking microphone in front of
Yeah.
somebody and say, talk, clown.
What did Connor say? Dance for me. No.
It's literally like you are supposed to be like educating me.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, that's the
like,
best part of or not the best part, but my favorite part of the Brian Rust interview was, you know, I'm always on the news and I'm telling you about national stuff. You tell me about local stuff. But when I asked Brian, I was like, dude, how much time do you spend researching? Because people have 8-hour jobs and they got to come home and they got to do stuff and then they got to sleep.
Yep.
And he's like,
on top of editing, on top of.
well, no.
Like,
this is a normal person. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, like, this is an 8-hour job for me and it leaks into longer.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, people, like, I am entrusted with these people
Wow.
to do the research and get you the best information I can and give you my own opinion if you trust it. Like, if you don't, but that's how I curate an audience. And that's how you guys curate an audience.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it's yeah, man, I can't do all the research. You're telling me like, hey, you didn't do the research on this? And I'm like, no, I was worried about, you know, a global war going on right now. And I'm deploying next week.
So hero.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. This whole thing. I mean, I'm blown away that this is the condition of the city council for Lynn Haven as an outside person and just looking in as a business owner. And I would like to think a logical thinker of how things that should be handled, and with the lawyer giving advice in one deposition. It's very demoralizing as a citizen of the city to see sides being taken when the side should be the people of the city and against the contractor, or the contractor against the people of the city. And if the contractor's if he's correct and he's right, then absolutely he should win the lawsuit and the city should pay. That sucks for us as taxpayers, but it is what it is. We messed up. We had the wrong person in the chair. But what they're doing is tearing apart their own people on their own board.
Yeah.
And that makes no freaking sense at all. I mean, there's got to be an extra incentive there for them to do it. And that's all I got.
Yeah, because some of the arguments that come up are for because you see the city manager and the city clerk.
Right.
People want to split them. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no one has a problem with that.
No.
Find me a city clerk.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I think it's also reasonable to wait till all the evidence is presented from 4
I will.
years
I will
ago.
say. I will say that about Vicky is that she does the way that it was brought to me by Jamie, and then even the conversation with Zach. They both sat there and they were just like, yeah, dude, like this city manager has so much power. Like there's no checks and balances. Having a city clerk would be like the best option for that. I agree with that.
I agree 100% as
I
well.
think you should have a checks and balances with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But
Sounds like we're gonna be in this bubble on the next meeting.
all right. Let's go ahead and play that.
Yeah.
Justifying the reason for that investigation.
All right, so
I like to
please,
believe we'll be
if
on
you're
the
the
big
city
screen
attorney,
behind
please
them.
limit your comments
Yeah.
to that.
Oh
If
my
you would
goodness, come
restate what you mentioned, city attorney, in regards to public comment.
If you'd limit your comments to the proposition procedurally, whether the commission should take this action or not, and not as to any allegations against the city manager specifically.
I will try as
Oh,
best I
geez.
can.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't have to follow what the city attorney says.
Oh, geez.
However, this lawsuit is
Who is
against
this
the
guy?
city.
Is it random? Okay.
That means you guys. You are our elected.
I apologize. I was doing IT stuff.
First of
Alex,
all,
I wasn't
thank
paying
you
attention.
for taking it and allowing the public to get involved in this. You are elected to make a decision. This is a discussion. You've elevated it now out of discussion to a motion and an action.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah. Good. He says.
However, what you've decided here is you've put the staff above the citizens.
You put personal
They
interest
have
above
no
the citizens.
rights at all. You're considering their decision to be your decision, which should be your decision for us.
Yeah.
I don't think this is correct, the way you're doing this. Actually, yes, you should have another commission meeting, and that's good. And then the public can get involved in this, and you represent us. You are representing us.
Look, there's a sign right here. He's
lawsuit is
holding it.
against
Fire
us.
Vicky. Jeez.
And you're going to wait for the staff, with some of them not even
I mean,
citizens
I
of
disagree
Lynn
with the
Haven,
sentiment, but like good on him for like
make a
seizing
decision.
opportunities.
Absolutely.
You. I think you're taking this the wrong way.
Yeah. No,
Mayor-
he's
Thank
right.
you for allowing us to speak.
Yeah.
You're going to get it.
Yeah.
I will say that the statutory requirement for public comment requires that public comment be made available sometime in some portion of the process. It doesn't require public comment at every step of the process, as you know from your pre-meetings, where the public is allowed to observe. Here, because this motion pending does contemplate another meeting on Friday morning, it would be legally
I just don't understand how you
proper
save the
to
city millions of
take public
dollars
comment
and
at that
cut
time,
debt by more than half. And
Just to echo what Mr. Walker
you want to
just
fire
suggested.
this person? I don't get it. Am I missing?
can't
I must
take it
be
now, but you
missing
could also
something.
take it then.
There must
Yeah.
be
You wanna
something
take
missing.
Public comment now.
I mean, that's,
at the meeting?
No, I would take it now.
Like that's doing some
way
good
residents
level, like
understand we're trying
deep,
to
like this is a
You
football
want some
area,
for-
right?
Yeah.
The deep south, like
Yeah.
those are putting up some
That's a
good
high-
numbers.
Yeah.
You might not like them, so maybe it's not
you don't have to like
Tom Brady, but it's a what was the Steelers guy?
Everybody loved Drew Brees, man. He put up numbers.
Ben Roethlisberger. That's a Ben
Yeah.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He does good.
John Jones.
Doesn't look pretty.
Number
You
one,
kind of
this
don't like
lawsuit
him, but
isn't just against the
he
city.
gets you to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Gainer's also named plaintiff. Let's just make that clear. Number two, I do want to reiterate a statement that you made, that you knew of these allegations in 2021 and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah,
yes.
get him,
Yes.
get him, boy.
Wait, where's
This
mine?
in 2021, not just me.
I
The
know, but
entire
let's go.
commission Did.
I got silly.
Just want to publicly
here.
get that.
Let's
here.
go.
And I want to
I'm
make
waiting
this
for you.
statement as well. At any point in
I
time,
don't have a second.
you can fire a city manager
Take that.
with or without cause.
We're sharing.
You can simply say that her bookkeeping isn't good enough. You
Oh,
can
hey, this
simply
is
say
Zach.
that she doesn't uphold the moral standards according to Chapter 2 of the Charter.
And
You
that
can
was
also
a,
say that we're
big part
standing in a
of his
building without an occupancy
argument that he just
permit,
said there, right,
and
Ron?
that
Oh,
puts
wait,
us
wait,
all
wait.
at
Should I pause
liability,
and
and
go
that
back so you can
liability
listen?
is
Yes, please,
larger
please,
than
please.
keeping her on.
What did
You
she?
can
What
do
did
it
he just
for any
say? She didn't
reasons.
stick to the moral standards of the city code. Is that
Yes, I mean, if I remember correctly, that was a big part of his thing, and
How so?
it was one of those. Well, that's a lot of his interview. Was what I was going to say. Where it was a deep, like he was here for 34 hours.
Oh my God, we talked for 2 hours in the green room before he even came in here.
Yeah,
He's
2
very,
hours
very
there.
knowledgeable guy.
When you asked him, if I remember correctly, because I did watch some of that, you asked him, what physical, tangible proof do you have that what you're saying? And there was not anything there.
Yeah, I guess he thought that the deposition was like a mic drop moment. because
Okay,
it
that's
just
what
came
all
out.
of them think, and
Yeah, I
that's not a
know.
fact.
It's like,
And I love the
it's not.
passion, and I appreciate his drive for the city.
Jesse
but-
Nelson flat. I was like, this is nothing new, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
so-
Continue. I just want to
I mean,
verify
I think
that.
the rest of everyone was like looking for
Yeah.
a financial investigator
Correct.
like report or some kind of
Well,
thing.
that's yeah.
I agree with that.
And it's
Yeah.
not where it's showing clear evidence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want me to go back to the
No,
beginning of Zach's?
no.
You're
You
good.
can keep going. I've seen it.
We didn't have a permitted fire sprinkler system, and that is her responsibility to ensure that occurs. You don't need just this reason. There are hundreds.
There are
Don't need
hundreds.
just
Where,
this one.
though?
And
Name
cities
every. Hold
don't
on.
need it.
There are hundreds. There are hundreds, but you couldn't name a
about that
single
for the rest of you.
freaking one when you came on the
Because-
show.
Yeah, that's
They
wild.
could come for you too. Thank you.
Other
so-
than, listen,
Anyone else
again,
on that row?
He's so passionate and serious about what he's saying right there, but there's
Again.
no proof. There's no tangible, real, actual evidence besides the fact that she saved the city millions of dollars.
I know you're stuck on that.
Yes.
But because you're
I'm
like
so stuck
yeah,
on that,
as a
bro.
taxpayer,
That's the only
that should
fact
be,
that I know from this whole. Ugh.
As a taxpayer, that should be the most important thing to you.
Yes.
And then and then
Well,
a lot of people would
ethically-
say ethics.
And
yeah.
moral compass is also very important, but
But you
that's
can't prove that it wasn't done. You can't prove that she has compromised her moral compass.
correct 100%.
Moral
So you can't
compass.
accuse somebody of being immoral or being unethical without
You
having
can't prove
facts
that she
behind that.
did something wrong.
So you can't prove anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I mean, and so that there even if the depositions, right? Like, and a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you're just gonna be a naysayer no matter what. But even if you get this Chris Lightfoot and Bobby Baker that come out, and both of their depositions follow right behind Chris forehands.
Mhm.
There's still no like actual proof other than just hearsay.
This should have already been done. The problem with the amount of time between the
Yeah,
allegation
you're not lying there. Yeah.
and now is that it's been it's been 4 years. 2, you're in a legal battle against a multi-million-dollar company that also loaned the city money that has ties, obviously, that run a little deep in the city, not just the city council, but also the
Yeah.
city's pockets.
And I know it sounds like we're regurgitating information, but like you are saying it correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all of these things.
How much would it cost for one of if you're a low-level city employee that's sitting in a room? How much would it cost me as a just ballparking it? How much would it cost for you to just say what I need you to say? It's been 4 years. At what point could I approach you and say, "Hey, here's $100,000. Say what I need you to say."
Oh
'Cause-
no! See, that's what the good old boys do.
Which it sounds. This is highly I've experienced. I lived on Panama City Beach for a while. I've experienced the good old boys system, and you know what? Whatever, good for them. I'm a little bit older, a little bit more infested, and a little bit more secure now. This is exactly sounding like what you have a good city employee that saved the city money, and then you have some people that don't like her maybe because of that, because the money's not flowing like it was before, and now we're gonna all attack her.
Yeah, you can push this thing up that way you can get into it.
This guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't want to touch. I don't want to get yelled at by K-Dot. Touch my equipment, I'll cut you.
No, you just got to talk into the tip. You got to
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain that thing a little bit.
With the arms wide open. Okay.
Wrong band. Wrong band.
That was
Whatever.
Creed.
Creed, Kurt Cobain. Y'all are old. Continue. I'm older than you, aren't I? 32. Anyway.
You are-
32?
Oh, ugh.
I'm 30.
You're younger?
I'm 34. I'm 34.
Yeah, I'm younger. I'm a young buck with a bad hairline. Let's go. Jeez, this is sad.
The next row, anyone from that row?
That's not convenient at all, huh?
We're not on this side yet.
Oh,
We're still
wow.
on this side.
I like her dress.
I mean,
she was
you
ready.
laugh about it, but she dressed better than some of the commissioners.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
let's give her credit.
That's
8123 South Lagoon Drive. I'm just voicing support for this motion. Again, my sympathy to the commission. It's a very complicated issue. It's a very complex matter to deal with, in part because, from what I can tell from the legal opinion here, which I think is, they're trying to do their best. You're kind of serving two masters at this point. One is the question of the lawsuit itself, in which case the strategy is to defeat it as much as you can. Recognize that's all the legal guidance you're going to get regarding this thing. Secondary question, though, is what is best holistically for the city?
Right.
And so I think this is some of the struggles I know that some of you are dealing with, some of the frustrations you're getting right now with the direction of the legal advice. The legal advice itself is sound, but that's a question to this specific lawsuit, whereas this is a much more fact-finding situation to try to deal with the holistic nature of City Hall and its leadership. So I just want to recognize, I get the frustration, the complexity of this. I think this is a good step to take.
I feel like it's very complex.
Again, the community obviously is
Yes,
very concerned about this. I
though,
just
you
wanted
have
to
a
voice my
firm
support
grasp
that
of
and
the
to
obvious.
Thank you all for your public service.
Yeah. I don't think it's very
Anyone
complex.
else from that row?
No, and I love Tho. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's just.
I think everybody's a good person,
It's just
but
like,
it's just
dude,
weird.
Yes, you just explained what is going on.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That is.
Oh, the shirt.
Mary Bird Cooper. I'm at 812 Alabama Avenue. I came back to Lynn Haven. I was born and
Stop
raised
it.
here.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I'm ashamed. We've got to get it together. We're grown adults.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to help, push it in the right direction. It's gone on
100%
too
right.
long, and it's cost way too much money.
Damn.
Yeah.
About to
I don't
cost
even
more.
know a resolution
About to
Wow.
cost a
because I
whole
haven't
lot
been here
more.
long enough. Something has to be changed immediately, not in 2 months, 4 more years. Bird.
What?
I
Why?
know
Why?
how
Pause.
many
Pause. Pause. Pause.
Yes,
Pause.
please.
Pause. Pause. Pause.
out
Pause.
there.
Why?
I can sit
So-
and watch and count.
She's the only one that made sense. I giggled because
Well,
of
no,
her
no, no,
shirt.
no.
She has it's a shirt for me.
This whole thing of something's got to be done right now, right? Here's my thing. If they fire Vicky today,
I don't think
do
that's
you
what
know
she
what?
means,
Do you know what's there tomorrow when you get to the city? Do you know what happened? You're still under a lawsuit.
Yeah.
There still is a multimillionaire out there that wants your head on a platter, and like
And we
he's
fired the
still-
only person that saves us money.
He's still upset
To
and
form that funds the war coffer.
yeah. So here's my deal. Like it like all of these people calling for action. It's like you're calling for action. It's like, yay, we finally got rid of the cancer. Vicky's gone.
I don't think
We're
she's
still
calling-
under a lawsuit.
I don't
We
think she's
still
calling
have all these
12.
problems.
12. You're still under 12.
Oh, sorry, 12 lawsuits.
I don't think she's calling for Vicky to be fired. I think she's just genuinely
No,
calling
but
for change.
It's just but when you sit there and you say change,
yeah.
I know what you're implying.
She could propose change, though. She could say, okay, this is, we can have better communication. We can listen to our lawyers. We could, like, not pick on the only person up here that seems to be actually doing their job at a high performance level. I don't know.
Yeah, and everybody keeps trying to, like today, I got a couple phone calls because I was talking to people because they knew that we were going live tonight. And they were just like, you don't understand. Vicky has been a horrible boss. Like she's had people under her thumb and she's fired people without cause and done all this stuff, right? And I'm like,
and?
So did she, like, why has nothing happened with that? Why is it coming out of your mouth? Why
Where's
is
HR?
it?
Have you ever had a W-2? Like, I've had worse bosses. Like, let's be real. Like, I moved back to Florida after some old Karen in South Carolina wanted me to put secret information in her Gmail. I'm like, no, I won't do it.
Yeah.
That is
And
the
it's like, you need to be fired. And I'm like, well, I guess I need to be like, I'm on a leave of absence.
Thank you so much
in
for
Florida.
that. K-Dot, thank you.
All right.
That was so good.
Let's get back to it. Have you ever had a
Sunshine
W-2?
violations on TV. It's disgusting, guys. We're smarter than that. Let's get to that point.
Great. I don't even know.
Anyone else from that row?
What about the guy with the sign?
I feel it's like Bueller. Bueller.
Okay, what's my man got to say? He's cooking up right now.
Good morning, George Hines, 603 Rhode Island Avenue. I have been before this commission many times to let you know that you don't work for a group of people, you work for the whole city.
Yeah.
The city inclusive of everyone, not just selected few. I was at a forum about 3 months ago, and they asked a question at a Republican forum that if you got reelected in the position, would you fire Vicky Gaynor? And the answer was yes from some people. It was not necessary for another person. So people have been trying to fire Vicky Gaynor for a while. The elephant in the room is because she's black, not because of what she does.
Okay.
Everybody
He ain't
was laughing
wrong.
about it.
I don't disagree
What?
with that at
Whoa,
all.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I don't
whoa, whoa,
disagree
whoa.
with that at all.
Let's have this conversation.
Let's have it.
I don't. Wait. So you?
Do I need to
think
go pull up that comment under that other pages?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Dude,
I saw that.
Dude, so
I think
on-
everyone saw that,
Yeah.
and now that like this is live, they're like, "We need to block that." I was like, "I already got the screenshot."
Yep.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
and then
Because
you know
your
what
name-
do you know what was really really funny is that Mr. Thompson thought that he was gonna. Oh, check this out.
Full context, please.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to let the
Yeah. Full
what
context.
chat doesn't know what we're
Yeah.
talking about. So what is the screenshot?
Okay.
I have referred to, Ron.
This one.
Yeah. No, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yep.
So check this out. Nerdy,
What does it say? Because they
It-
still don't
Okay,
know.
so it says, I don't want to say it.
Like,
I'll
if
say
you don't
it.
want to say it, like you need to hold
Give
it
a
up to a
fuck.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here.
It's disgusting.
Right underneath Jody Christine Moore,
Hmm.
she says Sherman Antitrust Act. And then right underneath that, Mr. Harper says, make public hangings popular again.
And this is, these are the same people that are pushing
Now
this
hold
fire.
on. Now hold
Go
on.
ahead.
So
Sorry.
this is what I will say, and I'm not coming to defense with Bernie because he's a freaking nerd. He sat there and he says, "Oh, I don't want this. Like, I don't want this on my page, and I don't condone this type of stuff." Then why is it on your page, dude? It's been on there for forever.
Yep.
When all that stuff was coming through on all the scrutiny of the stuff going on a couple months ago, dude, I had Kendall, me, and then 2 other people were scrubbing our page to make sure that we kept up with this kind of stuff. Daniel Schultz was a guy that came on our show. We had a little bit of a outright. And there was somebody that got on there and they made fun of him because of his sexuality. They came out there, they called him gay. They put up screenshots of things from other apps. We immediately deleted it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that has nothing to do with anything. And A, and B, I'm not going to have somebody do that on my page. So Bernie, start watching your freaking page.
Yeah.
Like, it's very simple. It's not hard. We do it all the time. Now, however, things do get missed. But this was something that got missed over the course of days. People on there talking about hanging somebody.
Yeah. A black,
Now,
and
however,
a very
I've-
intelligent.
And it's not like a lone shot in the dark where it's
No.
like, okay, that missed, or like they didn't see it.
No, they
There's
had to
one
see
in
it.
a. No, there's a
say-
lot. That was machine gun fire, like
To
volume
say-
that you
to
showed me.
Say that it's racist. Now, here's the thing. I have said before, you can catch me on probably a podcast where I have said, yeah, dude, back in the day, back in the 1700s, 1800s, when politicians
Tar and feathers.
tar and feathers and hang them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right there on the courthouse lawn. I've said those things before. Because of the context of you are talking about, a black woman,
Yep.
and now you're talking about making hangings, that's what makes it racist. I mean, she's not a politician. She's a city manager. She's a city employee.
I just feel like saying something like that, and I'm not still going to touch on what he said. Saying something like that in general against a black person, period, is not ever okay because of the pain, hurt, and the generational
The connotations.
that come with that, and that can have a real negative effect on a young black person, an old black. Unfortunately, the sad truth is in our country and around the world, in some places, black people do face persecution because of the color of their skin, and that's real shitty of us as a world for anybody to have that view. And deleting a comment is cool, or like taking it down is good, but after several days of it being up, and then using that comment to promote your page after you deleted it and screenshotting it, and which is what they did. They used it as clickbait on their page,
and it worked,
which is sad.
Just
And
like
it did
this
work.
one. Just like this one. If Vicky's whoremouth gainers, if Vicky whoremouth gainer is moving, she's lying.
And this is the woman that saved us millions of dollars. Not to say it for the 1,000th time, but this is a competent. This seems to be on paper numbers. It seems to be an extremely competent person.
Well, here's the other thing about these scumbags, right?
Yeah.
Because like I've ran into them, especially like throughout the political stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All of these dumbass, redneck, hillbilly, inbred, meth head shit hooks that sit there and they say this dumb shit would never say it to you in public.
Never, ever, 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 ever.
And I dare you. I dare you.
because they wouldn't say that kind of stuff.
They don't have the courage to. That's why they're keyboard warriors.
You think that I would allow you to say that to Miss Gaynor in front of me? By the way, dude, I've been to jail.
Yeah.
Like,
been to war.
I am not scared. Like, you say that to somebody. Yeah. Yeah, you get away with it because you're behind a keyboard. Just like
Exactly.
all the Karens that are out there that doesn't say half the shit that they would say out in
No,
public.
absolutely not.
This type of stuff, man, dude, I'm telling you, like, everybody wants to talk about my generation. It's the old boomer generation that can't shut the fuck up.
Well, that's why there's a possibility of him being correct, is because this is being used as cannon fodder. It's being used to load the cannons. It's being used for cliques and groups and for people and all those things. But she is the only, which it looks like to me, very educated, doing her job at a high level, black woman on the board. And she's, again, for the 1,000th time, saved the city, done her job. Should there be a clerk for accountability?
You don't even have to keep talking about how much money.
I
You can
can't
just
help
say
it.
She did her
job very well. But you have two older Caucasian individuals that are proposing her for termination. And I'm not saying that they're racist or anything like that.
They're
I'm
not
not saying that
I
at
don't
all.
believe that for
I'm
real.
just saying that it's
Yeah,
weird.
It's not those people. I think it's the mob behind them
I
that are
agree
going to
that.
use them.
Well, that's the
as
reason why.
puppets.
That's the reason why I
For
said
votes.
this.
For the
Jamie Warwick, and if he gets mad for me saying this, I don't give a shit. Here's the thing. He doesn't agree with half of the crap that goes out on social. Actually, I could say with conviction that I believe that Jamie does not agree with 97% of what is out there on social media and the dumb crap that is being said. He just wants to see accountability for something that's been done wrong. The problem is
his breath control when he tries to make his point. He keeps hitting the berm.
And he might be wrong. He's not being patient enough to let the investigation investigate
well,
itself.
but that comes down to the fact that it just comes down to the past, and I'm not going to relive it. But anyway, go
All
ahead.
right, sorry.
But hold our response, so we have to end public commentary.
I have been in Bay County for over 71 years, actually 72. So I know this county inside and out. Things haven't changed as much as they need to change. We still have the same people trying to do the same things. If you go along with this and you get up, let her go for a week, 2 weeks, 9 months, whatever, and you find out she's not guilty, then what are you going to say?
Yeah.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah, amen to that.
Anyone else on that row?
Mr. Boston.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mayor and Commissioner. Tony Boston, 159 North Kimbrell Avenue. By a show of hands, how many of you guys are lawyers? Other than the city attorney.
They've already demonstrated.
Hold on, wait, I want to hear
2 meetings ago, if you go back and get the
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I do want to bring up something that I think is very important. That's why I paused it. I had to double check, make sure I wasn't muted. I don't think if we're gonna like televise, like I know like we need to televise this and put this on YouTube and Facebook and all these things, but we shouldn't be telling our address. If you're gonna make the public get up there and do it, that should have been a sign-up sheet that was done when I entered.
No.
You don't have to.
No. They normally do have a sign-up sheet. I think because there was so
was
many
an
people
emergency,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. That I think. And again, I think Jesse really handled this meeting probably better than most that he's handled. And I think he realizes it because it's a sensitive issue. And I think he was just like, you know what?
Well, it's not there. It's just the public safety because someone, whether no matter what side you're on,
You know what? I never really looked at it that way.
100%.
you just doxed yourself. And one of those hillbillies that
Yeah,
doesn't want to say
because-
something to your face is going to come in at 3 a.m.
Yep.
and do
You know
something.
what?
To you.
That's a really good idea.
You're not obligated to give your address
Yes,
either.
you have
can
to.
say citizen of Lynn Haven. You're not obligated to do
No,
that.
you can't.
I've never once in any city council
know.
meeting I've been to.
Maybe-
They'll push you to, but you're not legally obligated or under any
Well,
kind of
let me ask
obligation.
this question.
Well,
Alex.
hold on. So
do you
the
go to that
original-
municipality's meetings or do you go to our municipality's
Well,
meetings?
originally,
Not this one, no.
what? But
I
not
go all
theirs.
over the place.
Hold on. So the reason why the argument behind giving their address is so they can be able to. I was going to say.
Have you ever shopped at Piggly Wiggly in Lynn Haven?
There's not a Piggly Wiggly in Lynn Haven. There's a grocery outlet.
A grocery outlet. Have you ever shopped there? When you check out, you pay taxes there, right? When you go to Panama City Beach and shop, you pay taxes there too, right? So your tax money is going to both places. So
They don't get a sales tax.
No? Okay.
Yeah, no. There's only 2 municipalities in the state of Florida that get a sales tax, and that is Panama City and Panama City Beach. They were grandfathered in.
I feel like anywhere I spend money or pay taxes or do business, I have full right to
Sales tax?
speak.
Hold on, I just said that wrong.
No, there's a
It's a
state-
merchant. It's a
Merchant
merchant tax or something. I can't remember, but I know.
Yeah.
Don't. I think
I've never given my address at any single, and I've been to Metairie, Louisiana City Council meetings. I've been to Panama City Beach, Panama City. I've been to them. I've never spoken to Lynn Haven, but I've been to them. But I've never given my address at any of them. Citizen of the city is what I say.
Yeah.
And I've been encouraged to do that, but they can't force you to say that. Period.
Yeah.
Or to my experience, anyway.
Yeah, you're right
I
about
like
the
this guy
doxing
already.
thing. Like, if they show up to your house, could be like, I don't like what that guy says, and now I know where he lives because it's
Yep.
on freaking YouTube. Yeah, that is a safety concern.
Yep, big time.
Yeah. All right.
I like this guy already.
I just wanted to bring that up because, I mean, as like content creators here on YouTube, like we kind of know it comes with the gig.
Yeah.
But these people don't. They're a concerned citizen that's worried about the well-being of their own city, that doesn't want to see the people that want to burn it like a bonfire have their way. And they shouldn't be punished for these crazies that think that people, that they stole their spoons and put them on the moon and they're going to come do something about it.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree 110%. This brief intermission was brought to you by the fire.
Sorry, I had to take a little bit of a break.
The transcript, and if you go back and get the video that's recorded 2 months ago, the 2 commissioners, i.e. Mr. Warwick and Ms. Tender, they were all about not doing business with Panhandle Engineering and Chris Forehand. Then all of a sudden, through a FOIA, it's discovered that Mr. Warwick sends an email to the city attorney saying that he supports Mr. Forehand in this lawsuit. Now, according to Chapter 286 Florida statutes,
Come on, brother.
more specifically 286.011, you guys are going to violate the Sunshine Law with this meeting you're supposedly going to have. Because you're interfering in what's going on now, and you're wanting to depose these people simply violates that Florida statute of the Sunshine Law. Because now you want to depose them, but you don't want to tell the public what you're doing, or what questions you asked, or what the answers were.
That was my argument earlier.
Then you look at Mr. Forehand. On June the 25th, he was arrested for a DUI. That was the day before his original deposition. They rescheduled it for July the 2nd, and on July 8th, James Finch totally dismissed him from the lawsuit.
That was my question.
Now, I didn't graduate from Harvard, Princeton, or Yale, but I got the sneaky suspicion that 2 commissioners out of the 4 that sits there have an agenda backed by some people from the community. Now, that's just absolutely wrong.
Yeah. Clip that, dude. Clip that.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
a clip.
Hines just
Chat
said
clip
that
it.
it was about
Yeah,
race.
please.
I think it's more than just about race. It's about race and gender. And then, since you want to throw out suppositions and allegations, well, there's allegation out there which is backed up by some photographic evidence. Ms. Tender, you are actually soliciting and receiving signatures on this recall petition for Mayor Nelson at your place of business.
Oh, shit. He did say
Now,
it.
how does that square? And I don't
Go
need
back
an
10
answer
seconds.
right now, but I'm just letting you know. Since y'all
So I
throwing
said that
out things,
earlier.
you and Mr. Ward.
I didn't hear him say that
So if
earlier.
you're gonna throw it out,
so
that's
the-
I was
all
told
out.
this by somebody else.
The sitting commissioner
is having petitions signed in a restaurant that she owns.
to recall the mayor.
That should be.
How's that
Man,
ethical?
okay, so somebody told me that on the phone earlier. That's the reason why I brought it up earlier. I didn't know it was, but now he's saying
He's
it
saying
in a
there's
meeting.
pictures of that.
Dude, that is just
Dude,
wow.
did I see that today? I'm sorry. Continue.
And then we're supposed to take what you have to say full face value when you're already telling us how you feel about the people that you serve with. Because here's the other thing. All of these guys, I look at them all as comrades, right?
Yeah,
They're all up there.
Do you look at them as comrades or like comrade?
Stop it. But you know what I mean. Like they're on the same team, supposed to be making the city better. And all your, Dude, that's insane to me. I didn't know that he said that earlier. Go ahead and press play because I want to hear him say it. Again.
Yeah, I mean, Comrade Wagner would do a lot better than.
That's so crazy, man. That's insane.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
An agenda backed by some people from the community.
Well, hold on, pause it.
Now that's just absolutely wrong.
Like if I owned a business and I was first of all, it doesn't even matter if you own a business. Like even if you're just a commissioner, why would you want the public to know that you are against the people that you serve with? I mean, I guess
that's just burning bridges when. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what she ran. She didn't really run on that either.
No.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
but I mean, it's burning bridges
Yeah, it
where
does
like a
create division.
negotiation needs to happen for the better of the city. You're just like, nah, 1 out of the 5. I'm just gonna say.
Like freaking Jesse Nelson wasn't out there saying don't vote for Judy Tender, and he wasn't out there trying to run an anti-Judy Tender freaking campaign. Like, I mean, he was respectful towards her when she ran. He's been respectful for her since she's been sitting up there. Do you know how, man, dude, do you know how hard that's got to be?
Oh, that's got to be hard. I mean,
Jesus.
I'm just thinking the art of the deal where it's like what if this doesn't go through? What if none of this goes through? And it's just like, great, now Judy's got to sit with Jesse. And it's like.
You know what I say about that stuff, right? Whatever's going on over here in this hand, something's going on over here.
Correct.
So there's something that is going on right now in the city of Lynn Haven that we don't see because of all this nonsense. And I guarantee you that it's led by ...
Yeah.
Use your imagination.
Somebody's got the baby oil out right now.
Diddy.
Did he do it?
Diddy.
Saw Diddy.
That's why Diddy got off, man. That's why he's free. He's coming down to Lynn Haven to let it be known.
Johnson & Johnson coming down with a freaking
Baby
18
oil
wheeler,
jutsu.
baby.
I feel so bad for this woman. I mean, I really do. If she
All
did
right.
nothing, I don't know. Continue.
Yeah.
Well, finish that thought because me and Ron had it before you got here. Like, we don't have to be fans of anyone on there.
Yeah.
Like, we have certain points that we like, and it's one of those where it's like, and I say this because it becomes into national politics that people relate to more.
Yeah.
Where it's, don't make me defend this person. Like, yeah, I support these issues of them, but I do have strong criticism.
I don't know. Like, I don't
You
like
know-
her necessarily. Like, I don't know her personally.
Do you,
all I know is that she did her job right.
Do you know the Lynn Haven Neighbors page?
Yes.
Okay, so Ryan Scray runs that page. I had a very good conversation with Ryan Scray earlier. We were cordial on the phone. We don't see eye to eye on some stuff, but we do see eye to eye on a lot. But I told him something, and I 100% believe this, right? Like, so I'm not a Jesse fan. I'm not necessarily a Vicky fan either. But, you know, I remember hearing when I was in the 101st Airborne, we had the Infantry 126 anniversary. And I remember talking to a Vietnam, like, command sergeant major that had, like, visited. Great guy. And he was speaking to, like, a group of us, and we were out there in the parking lot. We're showing him, like, Humvees and, you know, how equipment has improved over the years. And one of the guys said, you know, I appreciate you fighting, you know, for what you believed in, you know, in Vietnam. And that old man looked at us and he says, you know, I fought more for what I couldn't stand for. And so, you know, when it comes to this show, now we're going into the Smoke Pit, which is going to be our live series. And even with the podcast that we do, I think sometimes you can fight for what you believe in, but a lot of times you should fight against what you can't stand for. And one of the things that I can't stand for, one of the things that I have to fight is fighting people going through this.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're corrupt, even if they have committed crimes, even if they, like, let
the process
talk
go through,
about
right?
it. You could talk about it.
Yeah.
But to the point where you're calling Vicky a whore, you start talking about hanging somebody.
Yeah.
This guy, Jesse Nelson, they got on one of these stupid Karen bitch pages and talked about his wife, talked about his kids.
Jeez.
And then they expect these people to sit up here in line and sit in front of you
and you just say whatever the hell they want. They're better people than me. You know what? It is a good thing. You know, I'll give the Beacon. I'll give the Beacon that. The Beacon says the other day they wanted to sit there and they wanted to say that it's a good thing that I didn't get elected. You are 100% correct, because I would be one of those people where if you brought my wife or my kids into this, use your imagination.
Yeah.
The United
Well,
States
it is
government.
a good thing because we have more power as this, and that's what they freak out about.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Because
it's disgusting to
we could have been a part of the process, or we could be like a part of people's minds where we're talking to them and like engaging them. Like
And
Alex is a
educating
good as a thing, like, right? Like I have my opinions because I go through everything with you. You obviously have your opinions, Ron, but Alex is coming in new where he's like, man, I didn't sit with like 6 hours with Ed Young. And I'm like, and you're like telling him like, this is this. And I was like, hey, maybe you should know about this a little more too. Like we get to inform you and play tug of war where it's like, yeah, man, like you kind of screwed up. You probably should have elected Ron if you didn't want this to happen.
Yeah, 100%. I can't believe that there's people in the community that are backed and pushed to continue with the verbiage and the language, because it's not a one-time thing. You don't just say one time, shut your whore mouth. That's not a one-time. You don't just snap one day.
You felt
and go,
comfortable and
exactly. And the community.
And what page did he feel comfortable saying that on?
The community that's cultivated that comfortability is just as bad as the person that they allow to speak it. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
I'm sure we'll
It's
post
disgusting.
it in the comments of the VOD. So everyone can read it.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Let's go.
Mr. Hines just said that it was about race. I think it's more than just about race. It's about race and gender. And then, since you want to throw out suppositions and allegations, well, there's allegation out there which is backed up by some photographic evidence. Ms. Tender, you are actually soliciting and receiving signatures on this recall petition for Mayor Nelson at your place of business. Now, how does that square?
How's that not
And I don't even
unethical?
answer right now, but I'm just letting you know, since y'all throwing out
Brian
things,
Granger
you
would
Mr.
tell you
Warren.
ethics is a book written in
So if you're going to throw it
Tallahassee.
out there, throw it all out there. Don't just put out what's good for you.
Yeah, I agree.
You want to depose 2 people and get their answers, but there was at least 4 other people, 3 or 4 other people in the room. I didn't hear you jump on that. Why? Because could it be that you have a personalized agenda? Because, Ms. Tender, you did in fact say, and I do believe it's on record, that if you got back in here, you were going to get rid of Ms. Gaynor. What is your problem with Ms. Gaynor?
No, I
Other than
think
she's a
she
strong
said the
black woman.
opposite,
Thank
actually. Not to question you,
Anyone
Mr.
else in that
Bostic, but
row?
I do believe that she said that she wasn't going to pursue letting go of Miss Gaynor.
Anyone else on that row?
If I remember
The
correctly.
next row?
What's wrong?
Chat would like to know if you're going to run for office in Lynn Haven.
No, I would never do that. Dude, are you kidding me? Now that I've been
You
in
have
front
more
of
power doing this.
No. That's not about power. It's about the fact of, do you know the stuff that I've said on my podcast? And it's just getting started, baby. We've only been around for 8 months.
Let's do like 2 years of this.
We've
and
only
then
been
see.
around.
Charlie is dropping the day or tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Charlie Keyball drops on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, like a guy that's been on Dr. Phil, a guy that's been on Sean Ryan, like we get to have conversations with him and about issues that are going on.
Yeah, and then
in our
like
local
it's also about the fact that he's doing especially when it comes to the stem cell research stuff for veterans and through the foundations that he's part of. He talks about sobriety with veterans. I mean, we're doing good things.
Yeah.
And so if you're trying to get in the way of us spreading a message in the county or even in the state of Florida, you're evil.
Yeah.
Like you literally don't want anybody to know. And by the way, I have the freedom of speech just like all the Karens out there that make up bullshit about politicians all the time.
Yep.
It's just like, when I ran, and I'll bring this up and then I'm going to get off of it just as quick so we can get back to this. But it's like when I ran for office against Daniel Raffield, I used conventional ways of utilizing video reels and memes and things like that to, poke.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one thing that I would never do, and I wasn't going to stoop as low to like talk about his family in a negative way. And it's just like these people right here, the people that we're dealing with.
That's all they do.
That's all they do.
Because I mean, we've been in meetings together and that's all they've wanted to talk about. And when I ask them, like, what's the policy? Like, where policy-wise or like work ethic-wise or things like that in the process, I start getting crickets, or I start turning things
Because you're asking
against
good
them.
questions.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh,
No, we're irrelevant.
And
Yeah.
they thought, and really their answer was they were a jerk to me one time. And I'm like, that's cool, dog. You could have literally told me that, and I probably would have supported you more. Whereas like, they're going to be like a little antsy to me. Like, I get it. Like, maybe I want to deal with someone better. But then when I start looking at the scorecard, it's like, oh, they're the only one that like got an A on the test. Everyone else got an F. Maybe I should listen to them, even if they are kind of rough around the edges that you think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're almost there.
All right, next row. Anyone else on this side? Any other comments from this side? Yep. Any other comments from this side? No one else from this side? All right. Coming to this side.
I'm waiting for the dress lady.
So when
The
I
lady
read
from
this
the banana
deposition on
sticker?
Friday, and I read it twice, I came downstairs and I went into an office where the two people that are mentioned in this deposition were sitting. And their spontaneous remarks to me prompted me, after going back and looking through Florida state statute, to throw a phone call to FDLE. At this
FDLE, who's
point,
that?
when I just stepped out, this is under
Florida Department
review
of Law Enforcement.
Okay.
I can't sit here and continue to hear
too many
and you
acronyms
guys
in my head,
not to
dog.
be aware of that. Key word, attorney, is review. So, full transparency, I have talked to both of these witnesses. It was unsolicited, their answer. It wasn't an interrogation. It was 3 men in a room talking. So, I'm going to be fully transparent about that. It's under review.
What?
Yeah, pause that real quick.
Anyone else from this side?
Did he
Or
just mic drop and then like not finish and leave everybody on suspense right there? Did he just do a dramatic walk off?
These people got to listen to like some Slim Shady or something more to figure out like what a mic drop is, where like you actually drop the line.
I know,
Not like
yeah,
I'm going
like,
to do
where's
this
the bar
vague,
there?
ambiguous kind of like giving you the like, I'm getting to the hook.
Yeah, and then
Listen,
we're getting to the chorus.
Chief
And
Ramey, I don't understand your backwoods riddles. You gotta make it a little bit more,
And
I need your druid wizardry to stop, and you tell me. The squirrels do not translate.
He walks off though. He does the dramatic walk off too. Like, what are we doing, dude?
Yeah, he's just like, he had to put in
That's not the D or the
he
hit.
didn't, like, nobody knows what exactly that means.
Yeah, no. So why say anything?
There's some speculation out there. It's already come out on a couple pages. It's kind of funny.
So who was that?
That was Chief Ricky Ramey.
I've never seen him.
That was
I've never seen him. That's why I'm literally asking as someone that's like,
it's crazy.
I thought he was just another law enforcement officer.
So he was my brother's basketball coach with my dad.
He looks like a real baller.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, he was
21-inch rims on his Impala.
Right.
Shot caller.
All right, let's
You know what? Is that the Windhaven guy? Is that the Windhaven police chief?
Yeah.
I think he pulled me out of a dirt hole. I'm pretty sure that was him,
Probably.
bro. Yeah, he did. He was really
check
cool.
this out, dude. This guy came, like all of the Lynn Haven police, like their cop cars.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're a like pop-a-lock service. Like if you lock your keys in the car, they'll come and unlock your cars for them.
I thought that was a thing that only happened in
Like,
my hometown. You told me like
yeah,
Lynn
they
Haven's doing
do that
now.
here. Like, I mean, dude, they're all about customer service of like.
Windhaven Police Department, I feel like is on point. That's just my opinion.
Dude, are you kidding me?
I've never
They're
had a bad
better.
experience
Like
with
they're
them.
better. I've never had. Dude, they've come out to my house for several reasons. All of them
In defense of others.
There's like one where I was like, oops, my bad. But like they've always been professional. They've always held themselves to a pretty decent standard. I think Ricky Ramey and his assistant police chief Infinger, I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that they're doing a good job. But that being said, at the same time, there are some things that have happened. There are some mistakes that have happened more times than none. And listen, I mean, if we're going to call a spade, he's made a lot of mistakes. But at the same time, he's always picked himself back up and, you know, moved forward. And each time it's hard to get upset and bash somebody when your crime rate of the city that you live in with your children keeps going down.
Yeah. You have to appreciate that, actually.
It's just kind of like, went to the bar. It's kind of like the Dave Chappelle thing, you know, where it's like, what did he say about, it was like Michael Jackson. It was like, you know, I don't think he did it. But you know what? If he did do
That's
it.
a different.
But the thing about it is with the hitting. Yeah. Oh, was it Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby
Oh, Bill
definitely
Cosby.
did it.
You know,
No, not on Bill Cosby.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, if he did do it, you know. But the whole thing is like, even with Chief Ramey, and I'm not saying he gets a free pass. Accountability is accountability, yeah. But the thing about it is the court didn't find him guilty.
There you go.
So
well, there's a bunch of other things that come with that, and I kind of just hit one as we've been talking about this because I've never actually like you're talking about accountability. Like all these people coming after him, like accountability. It was like, great. Like, are you coming after like they wanted like just deep red? And I'm like, are you pushing Trump like to lock Millie behind bars? Because I got a dead Marine I served with.
Yeah.
And Millie's still free, getting retirement, and a 4-star general's retirement's pretty 6 figures.
Yeah.
So like, until you talk about things like that,
yeah.
You should probably not talk to the producer about like, oh, Chief Ramey did this, and was like,
yeah,
things happen, life happens,
yeah,
and accidents will happen, and I'm sure he's whether it's asked for forgiveness or done something to atone or some form of penance.
Yeah, all jokes aside, he's made some mistakes.
Yeah,
and some of those mistakes should have cost him his job. I mean, I'll say it, and he'll be the first person to tell you the same thing.
Absolutely.
And then he'll, you know.
And what makes a man is picking yourself back up and doing the right thing the next time you can.
Yep.
Pulled me out of a dirt hole in the Southport Glen Haven Park, so I appreciate him, man.
Yeah.
He said, you know you're going to have to get down in that mud, right? I said, yes, sir.
Well, they make the mistakes, but they train the ones that come after, right?
Correct.
You'll make fewer.
Yep, exactly.
I train you to do better, and you'll make fewer.
Yep.
100%.
Anyone else from this row? Next row.
I love the
And then this
walk-off,
row.
dude.
Yes.
Very
Mr.
Arnold
Finch.
Schwarzenegger.
Barry Fetch. He's going to hit the gala.
Oh, this is the guy that's suing the city. Oh.
Finch, 14 East 2nd Street, Panama City.
There we go.
And he couldn't go to the Brooks Brothers.
You know, I took on the committee to chair the recall committee, and I did that, Mayor, because you have, for the last year and a half, taken the position of Vicky Gaynor and Ricky Ramey above all the citizens here. You've cut them off. You've done everything.
Has he run for
And today, I
office
understand there was
yet?
going to be an attorney here, and I said, well, they're going to do all this. Every time you file a
Rich
lawsuit,
people
whoever it is,
control
the other
government.
side
They're not part of it.
files a lawsuit, files a amendment to throw the suit out. That's called ping pong in the lawyer deal. You get the money rolling, you get the time going. That's all that is. Anytime somebody sues, the other side says it ain't no good, throw it out. But this bathroom over here was $240-something thousand. That's where the corruption started, right
That's
there.
where
right
I-
out.
Okay,
Boys
let's
Field.
pause that shit
In
right
April.
the fuck right now.
He knows
Because
shit.
I am so happy you brought that up, James. So let's talk about that real quick. According to, it seems, if I can remember what I read in the book,
In the book of the truth teller, right?
and if I can remember that interview that Bernie Thompson did, hold on now.
I want you to tell me how strange this is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the story. This is back when the that mayor that got convicted of a felony for lying to the FBI. So she claims, if I remember correctly, that James Finch calls her and says, "Hey, there's a bathroom being built right there in the park. And I want to know who got the bid on that, who's doing the work. I want to be able to see the plans and all that stuff because I wasn't able to bid on it."
Interesting.
Right? So that was like one of those things where they like cut him out. And this is where they found out like all this corruption. And this is everything that got started. So this goes back to, so let me ask you something. If you found out that there was bid rigging that was going on, there was misappropriation of funds, and then you found all this cash, and then you found like all of this corruption, who's the first person you go to as a mayor? Now we're talking about
who my training tells me to.
We are talking about federal funds, right? We're talking about funds of the city. We're talking about all this stuff.
Right?
Oh shit! You would go to the FBI first?
That would make sense.
Oh damn! So you wouldn't go to your millionaire friend that's done over $100 million in fucking contracts?
I would say that would be a little bit of a conflict of interest.
No
right?
shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
A little bit of an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Damn.
Freaking out. When you're
I'm happy that I'm not the only person that, I don't know, turned on my fucking brain today.
It sounds like a panicked move.
PFC Snuffy figured that one out
Jesus.
like 10 years ago, Ron. Like, come on.
I mean, are we really that freaking... Uh-oh. I lost. Can you still hear?
I can hear you.
There we go.
Yeah, we're in there.
I hit a green button instead of a red button, and so it makes it
My
not
bad.
mute a line,
No,
but
listen,
you can only hear that line.
Listen, there's probably... I'm stupid. Ron, you don't know what you're talking about. Ron, there's way more. You left out so much. That's great. But that's the gist of the story is that all this corruption's going on, and our mayor went to him instead of... And then... I wonder why the Federal Bureau of Investigation shoved a microscope straight up my butt.
So you
It's probably because
summarized...
you didn't freaking go to them to tell them about what happened.
You just summarized like 200 pages into, what, 3 sentences?
I think I like how you said it better.
Save everyone the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, do not.
Jeez.
I mean, no, go buy the book. It's on Amazon. She tried to put her Amazon link to her book in one of our comments, and then she got into like this. I think she thought it was a spat between us. Which, by the way, her argumentative skills they're not quite up to snuff with the new generation.
Yeah.
So she like uses words like, "I have 7,000 followers, and you've only got 1,300." I'm trying to help you out. Yeah, by putting your book on my freaking page. You got to pay for that,
How about
baby.
this? We don't need to help.
Well, she
Did I
sounds
ask
like
you-
Nancy
Bless
Pelosi on a
America.
bender.
Did I
is what
ask you for your
happened.
help? All of a sudden you thought that the guy like me, like a tatted up, wearing a baseball cap with a t-shirt, who like does not give a literal fuck.
Yeah.
I was going to take your stupid ass advice and do something with
How
it.
helpful was it to drop her book link? You know what? Thanks.
We should drop it just for the fuck of it.
Thanks for
But
dropping
anyway.
your book link.
I would rather drop the link to the book that was released called What Democrats Do Best or What Kamala Will Do. And like you open it up and it's like 200
Blank pages?
Blank pages.
Yeah,
like,
that was great.
Or
Jeez.
Michael Malice. Like we'll promote Michael Malice. We'll find something.
You're
but-
going to talk about some
She
major...
stole all of that money and couldn't buy enough of her books
Whoa.
to get on the New York Times bestseller.
Don't know if she stole money, but
Allegedly.
I don't know if she did. But I don't know. I think it was a weird situation. But what I will say is that she was in the middle of all of it, and she's the only one that's going, huh? And I'm just kind of like, lady, like you set yourself up. Like I don't feel sorry for you. I don't like. There has to be way more to that story.
There's a reason you don't live in Lynn Haven anymore.
Damn.
They're gonna recall Jesse, and then they're gonna run her as mayor. I'm sorry. All right, get back to.
And that's when property values plummet because
back.
everyone's selling.
Get back to the box.
$140-something thousand for that bathroom. I built the one in Porter Park. Porter Park, it was $58,000. That was $243.
Jeez.
So I said, man, this bathroom here's all it's got is a fan in it, no nothing. And I said, I took out of my pocket and I had air conditioning put in it, tile put in it, and the whole stuff. But you've taken the position of these two right here, Ricky Ramey and Vicky Gaynor.
Not from his pocket, but the profit.
The deposition, it took me a year and a half
From the interest
to
he got
get
from
those
the loan?
depositions. That one deposition that's caused all this problem. He swore under oath. And then we asked for Vicky Gaynor's, the other two people that Chris Forehand mentioned in the deposition. We asked for the deposition. Their attorneys have not even called us back, as I know of, last Friday. And they do that. It's all about the time. There was a motion here in a second,
The way he's
and it
talking,
went
I'm
away.
waiting for him to tell
You've accomplished
Jimmy
what
Work
you
to
wanted to
uncross
do.
his arms
But I'm telling
when he's
you,
talking to
it's
him.
coming to fact that this has got to be straightened out. It's a year and a half. These people don't go away. It's been week after week. They come up here and y'all do nothing. Peoples does nothing. My friend Pat does nothing. Judy Vandegrift didn't do nothing. Y'all did what you want to do, but it's time to be straightened out. And
My
the
friend
whole
doesn't
deal
do
is,
anything
if
up there.
anything is that deposition is true, she should be kicked out of the building. And so I'm going to have my lawyer try and have it made public today.
Wait.
But anyway,
My attorney's been watching all of this, and you guys gave me so
dude.
much more for my lawsuit.
He's not wrong in what he's saying, though. They
I
are
know he's
dragging it out.
I need to take a knee and like build some time up. That way I get more time to process every dumb thing you've said.
His lawyer's laughing.
Well, here's the thing, and I would commend you for this, James, because this recall, if it did anything for you, if it did anything, I mean, all it did was get all these, you got everybody talking even more. Like, I mean, Jamie spoke way too much. Judy spoke way too much. Freaking Jesse, he spoke way too much. Like, this was way too much stuff to get out there for his attorney to hear.
Yep.
Because right now, his
It almost
attorney
sounds
could be like,
it was intentional.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called playing the game.
Yep. Very
So-
intentional. Interesting.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Boardwalk's worth $500,000, right?
anybody wants a petition to get you out of here, we got plenty of them. Thank you.
All right.
Well, there's a reason why you got
right
plenty.
there, the game.
There's a reason why you got plenty of them. It's because you don't have enough yet.
All right, the next one.
By the way, time's. Oh wait, hey, my Rolex. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, it's still ticking. Yeah, time's is still ticking, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was excited for this one.
Jerry Parker, Red Place.
Time's still.
Yeah, she said rep
This
place.
has
She didn't
been
say an
going
address.
on forever.
Her
The
eyebrows
corruption.
look really bad.
Because you won't
Corruption.
shut up.
Pat Peebles,
But she's got it right.
Warwick, and the other one, she's gone. They were all given factual information.
Dang, she knows.
Under
One
federal-
deposition?
Wait, pause. Pause.
Not our opinion.
By the way, Miss Parker, there was a recent post that you put out on your page that said that I was given a packet with the information that you and Christy, whatever her name was, when I was there with Sam, and you claimed that I got this packet with all this information in it. I never received a packet. The packet was given to Sam. I sat there the whole time to make sure that you weren't going to try to say anything stupid about what was said in that particular meeting. So get your facts straight. Straighten up. Stop telling lies. Because all of the information that I have says that you are a lying piece of garbage.
Well, with eyebrows like that, I mean, she lies about something like that, about having eyebrows. So, I mean, what would you expect out
She
of
paints
her?
them on. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Factual. Did any one of you do anything about it?
Very dramatic.
No. Warwick, I'll give you this. You came around. Thank you.
Pause.
Did any other ones come to the
Jamie didn't come around.
he still thinks you're crazy. Who are you trying to fool? Like, these people up here, you think we don't talk to our commissioners? You think that we don't know what's going on? Are you that delusional? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is coming from the lady that took a post that we recently put out where we referred to as ammunition, meaning documentation.
Because you said something stupid.
Screenshotted.
That's that lady?
That's that lady.
Yeah, that's that lady. And then you referred to napalm as, here's some napalm. And then we put out a video, and you honestly thought that the Bay County Sheriff's Office was going to take you seriously? You honestly thought that? That's cute. That's awesome.
Fit check for my napalm era.
Commission meeting and say, hey, I was given this information? No. You ignored it. You've ignored it for years.
Just in case you didn't know who
I have come
posted
to
that
this
one.
podium for years. I've lived here since 2002. I never came to a commission meeting prior to the hurricane. But when I saw the corruption, I'm like, oh no, this is not going.
Because she's
And I
not a
want
part
to
of
talk
it
about
yet.
race. This has nothing to do with race. It has to do with integrity. It has to do with someone doing the right thing.
Integrity. You mean like talking about the mayor's personal life with his wife and his kids? You mean like
Specifically targeting his kids?
You mean like calling Josh Street, Brian Granger, shit, I think I can go through a whole list. All of these people corrupt. Sam's corrupt. I believe that's what I
Jamie
read.
was corrupt,
Jamie was corrupt. All these people, integrity, because you're such a journalist that you've gone out and you've done your own research, but yet you get half the crap that you say wrong. Why don't you just go back to making posts about bands that are playing downtown and yoga lessons that are going on in San Andrews?
Oh, wait, Bar Dad takes care of that, so you got to find something else.
Oh, yeah. Just stick with, like, I don't know, painting in the park. Or why don't you become part of, like, a crochet club? Something like that.
Yeah,
like, women
age
of your
appropriate.
age, they seem to be getting into that,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
You
So,
attack somebody's family, and that means that you know nothing.
yeah.
And that's not happening with this commission. And y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for not standing up and not calling points of order
God, can we
when
skip
it needs to be called.
No, I'm enjoying it.
These other people that beat us down, and you, Mayor, trying to call us
Pause.
racist, this has
did the
nothing
mayor
to do
call her
with your
racist?
race. Nothing.
Beat us down. You mean, like, wasn't it on their page that they took a picture of Vicky Gaynor's car?
Yep.
Oh, you mean like that? Or do you mean like, so to please explain, go into detail.
I mean,
what does that
there's-
mean?
I mean, she's got to have
Wait,
the
wait, this
playbook
is
because
the-
she's doxing people. and she's calling people to action on different people.
Oh, so they called action. By the way, this is illegal as shit in the state of Florida, which you guys did a good job getting rid of it. Calling people to action to contact my employer.
Wow.
You thought that was a good idea. I'm sorry, it wasn't you. It was somebody from your little group, if I can recall that correctly. Yeah, on both Kendall and I. On saying that they needed to, because we were utilizing our freedom of speech to talk about how we felt about things that are going on.
How dare
and then
it.
you silence anybody who, you sit there and you say that your page is open to everybody. You sit there and you say that everybody, can come and they can, yeah, you immediately block them as soon as they say something that doesn't fit your narrative.
I mean, on that.
Yeah, let's talk about
Bay
ethics,
County
lady.
Sheriff's Office post. I mean, the person we just interviewed about the life jackets was on there.
Yeah.
I mean, how quick did they silence her? Where it was just like
Very quickly.
Are you going on this? I was like, I mean, we took the screenshots. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Chiquita.
Yeah. So yeah, this is this is hilarious to me.
And this is for me, since you now have a newfound obsession with me. You already had your time to like tell me what you thought. I don't go to your church. You saw me at the Republican Round Table.
This woman
and I called you
said-
out. You should probably sit down and remain there and cry in the bathroom like you did that night, because it will get worse.
Yeah, she said that next time she saw me in church, which, by the way, I never saw her. My wife ran into her in the bathroom, but she claimed on her page, if I remember correctly, that she was going to approach me and not be so nice at my place of
What does
worship.
that mean? And why? What kind of Christian says that?
I don't know, man. Well, hold on. The people
A
that play
Satanist,
that,
not a Christian.
Yeah.
oh, stop that. Stop. But the whole thing about it is that when you sit there and you say things like that, first of all, I'll tell you, and I'll tell all my viewers, I've been struggling with Christianity for a very long time since I left and came back home and stuff like that. So yeah, you really made me comfortable going to go visit my church again. Saying how you're going to come up and you're going to approach me in front of my kids and in front of my wife and place that I worship. Lady, wrong person.
That's a problem with a lot of hypocritical Christians, as they do stuff like that. And as a community,
So let's skip this shit, because this person is nobody near that needs any type of, because she is probably the lowest of the low. And
there we
could
go.
give two shits what she thinks.
All right.
Morning, Ryan Scray. As the source of this deposition going public, I feel obligated to talk at this moment. There's some information out there.
I like
saying
his
that
shirt.
The city
It says, "God bless whoever hating on me."
inspired or drove me to
Shout out to the
release this
haters,
out.
right?
That is untrue. Despite what others may believe, this was my own choice to release this out when it was sent to me. I didn't consult with anybody. I just chose to send it out. Why? Because I believe proper governance is the most important thing that needs to happen in this community. And I believe right now that's what's happening. Despite all of the other commentary, what's on the table right now is our commission, our elected representatives, our voice, doing what they can to protect the cities. And the city is not the entity that exists. The city is all the people behind me. Protect the city's best interests right now. And by doing administrative leave, you are taking an appropriate action to protect the city from any future potential issues that may or may not arise. And when it's all done and settled, you'll have all the information you hopefully need to decide what the correct course of action is. But to do nothing right now is to be complicit in ignorance, willful ignorance, and that is not proper governance. You were all elected to do a job. It's a tough job right now. It's not one I envy, but you have your job to do, and proper governance is what we're asking of you. So if that's administrative leave while you look into all of this, that's what's appropriate.
Ryan's just
the entire
regurgitating
accusing
information
one-
again. Not a
Another
bad dude.
of-
It's just we got.
Oh, there's a second sign.
Yeah, we just gotta keep.
Oh,
it
we got
moving.
two.
What does this say?
Bernie Thompson.
Same thing.
Oh,
here we
hey,
go.
look at
So that's
this.
great to
All
say he's
right.
The source of putting the deposition of Chris Forehand, Panhandle Engineering, on the internet. And I reported.
I'm surprised he got out
that
of
you
bed.
guys leaked it. The defendants
I
leaked
know he
it.
stays up pretty late.
And I said specifically the Commissioner Warwick did. Gave it to Mr. Scray. Nothing illegal about it. But I want it on the record, and if I'm wrong, I'm happy to correct it.
People aren't there to put
Number
stuff on the
two,
record for you.
What you all are doing
nerd.
is putting your city employees in incredible jeopardy. After you suggested individual investigations with city employees who work under City Manager Vicky Gaynor.
I'll pause this.
Your
Does
police
he live in
chief
that
comes up.
Pause.
After
His wife does. He just got married. Congratulations, Bernie. I did see the post for you and Miss Moon. That is great. I actually don't. I like Bernie.
Yeah, I don't.
As a person, his show is dog shit. But as
Congratulations,
a person,
though.
as a person, he's. I mean, dude, he's a good guy. But hold on. He has the appearance of being someone that's nice, and I think that he's bought. I think that he is paid for. I think that James Finch funds him to run whatever shenanigans that needs to be run on.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to bring this to is whenever he gets up here and speaks, we have one particular commissioner that smiles
and just loves everything that he does. Watch her body language. Go ahead, press play.
That during this meeting and says the FDLE is now investigating this criminal matter. And just before he did that, he walked out there and made a phone call. I'm making a spoken public record request
Of my clip
any
farm.
and all text messages and phone calls from
She's
your
writing it
police
down.
chief who has come and sat
She's writing
here
down his request.
and communicated with Mr. Peebles and some of you just before he comes up here and pulls out the hammer and says, I just want everybody to be aware that there's now a criminal investigation. This is the same police chief who has made false arrests because he was bros with your last city manager, Michael White. You all are putting these employees in serious danger. If you don't, they should not leave this room. They are not safe.
Pause.
It seems a little dramatic, huh?
It sounds like an Air Force officer.
Yeah.
Which he was.
Well, yeah.
Vogue.
Everybody's in danger. The world is on fire. Everybody's gonna die. Fear mongering.
I do.
But
I don't
man,
have anything against Bernie.
well, I don't have anything. But dude, come on, bro.
Well, there's things I like, and
yes,
I'll say things about it where it's like some of the ones that go after him, where it's like I'm behind him. I won't. But I also leave runway where it's like, and I've told Ron, where it's like, if he knows the clip, he could literally let it play, and like he gets the rebuttal against us on a free rebound. But it's your fear mongering, your clip farming, and anyone that a 17-year-old in any of the high schools knows, like, oh man, this guy, he thinks he's on Twitch, but really he's on the Lynn Haven commission meeting. And when I go on his Facebook, I can see that he's buying views from Indonesia or the Philippines or Thailand or somewhere like that.
Listen, man, you got to get it how you live out here.
And I mean, you're showing up because you're clip farming, and you're showing up like that, like in what, thermal frog gear or baby poo polos.
Baby
like,
poo. That's
come
baby
on,
poo.
man. I need a Brooks Brothers. I need a white shirt. I need a black coat. I need something.
Okay, all right.
It's getting good. Yeah, we just can we quit falling to that.
Why don't we just
Get
go
that
ahead and
audio
start?
pull.
You went all the way down to his wardrobe.
Yeah, that guy's pretty.
He's in the game. If he wants to be in the game, like, let's play the game.
Bernie.
That's before we talk about the slur.
Person deposed, Chris Forehand. You do have more information. You have FBI 302s. Those are the memorialized investigations of the FBI. And you probably know what they say. Mr. Warwick, Commissioner Warwick, was in the courtroom, in the federal courtroom, in Judge Walker's courtroom, and watched City Manager Vicki Gaynor be deposed. Testify in front of Judge Walker. It was unbelievable. You have whatever investigation notes were remaining from Sheriff Ford that were not destroyed, and you've got information there. And the subject in question, Chris Forehand, has been given federal immunity in that federal case. Why do you think the feds give immunity? Immunity for what? Crimes committed. And y'all are sitting here like this is normal. I'm worried about my drive home, and I'm worried about these city employees. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pause.
Additional public
He's
commentary
worried
from that
about.
row.
I'm worried. So here's a really. Bernie, no, you are not. You are not worried about your ride home. Because if you were, you wouldn't have done what you did.
I think that he would have if he was generally. I think that he.
I mean,
I want to say that Bernie comes from a place that he does believe in what he's saying to an extent.
Yeah.
But if you eat shit for so long,
It comes from somewhere that believed that and then got burned and
it
was like,
tastes like
oh, that's
steak.
not how it goes.
You know, I don't know.
I will
man.
say the whole thing with the AirPods. You know about that, right?
No.
How the sheriff's department was in his backyard and they said they were looking for stolen AirPods. Like that kind of stuff right there.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff right there. I watched that and I'm like,
well,
wow,
So-
that looks really bad. That looks real. Like, so, I mean, I'm not saying, like, I do.
I agree.
Here's my thing, though. If, like, again, I'm going to go back to, like, the other thing, like the lady that thought she was going to go to the sheriff's department and, like, make this complaint, and then they were going to, like, I don't know what she had in her mind. Like,
SEAL
they were
Team
gonna
6 your
arrest me.
house?
Yeah, I don't know. But what you like, these people call out the sheriff's department and say that Tommy Ford is corrupt and all of the sheriff's office, all of the sheriff's deputies that are up there are corrupt and they all are part of like this mob. But then you go straight there about like me.
Yeah.
A guy, like nobody takes me seriously. Like, dude, got tattoos, got scars all over my face. Wear a t-shirt and a baseball cap.
Yeah, but if you want
and you
clicks
went to
and
the
views, you do.
You went to the main thing, and then after, I believe, if I remember correctly, that it was Miss Patsy Cline Anderson that thought that like it was a good idea to get on and start making comments on the Beacon and be like, "Oh, Ron's just another good old boy puppet," or something like that, like good old boy, whatever. If I was a good old boy and I was a puppet, why would you go to the main law enforcement
Of the good old boy
of the
puppets?
good old boy puppets? It's because either A, you know you're full of crap, or B, you're just stupid.
I mean, what did I ask you?
Huh?
Because she lives in Lynn Haven. Like, why didn't she go to the Lynn Haven police
Which would make sense,
department?
I think.
Yeah.
I do. So I didn't know that about the AirPod thing with Bernie. So I take back my shit comment because I feel like if you
He's had some weird stuff happen.
yeah, exactly. So I,
I
feel
think
like
he's hit gold on a couple of things. It's just
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to
hasn't managed
capitalize
it.
on it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to capitalize on
I
it.
think that he's rightfully had his experiences.
I mean, believe it or not, like that guy was like a big time dude. Like, I mean, he was on. I mean, he's been on Fox News. I mean, he had a radio show that was great. And then for some reason, man, dude, just like out of nowhere, he like turned on everything. And I really believe that, you know, I mean, it really comes. Wow, I've got my own speculations on stuff, but like he's not a. I don't know, man. It's really weird.
It's
It's
an
a weird
interesting
dynamic.
situation.
It's an
Yeah.
extremely weird dynamic. I mean, that dude was making probably, if I had to guess, he was making north of like six figures, you know, doing what he was doing. And then he threw it all away because he started talking trash about the wrong people. And by the way, I disagree with that. I think that he has the freedom of speech just like anybody else. But when you work for somebody that controls the microphone that you're talking into, you have to push whatever they want. That's the reason why, I mean, we had a sponsor. It's no secret. We had a sponsor that had contacted us and they were like, hey, like actually we had two. We had two sponsors that contacted us and were like, hey man, it seems like you're going kind of negative on these things. Like, don't talk about this XYZ.
Yeah.
Right? One of those sponsors did. And it was like, yeah, you're not going to control what we say. Sorry.
And you
If I-
shouldn't,
If
'cause
I
then
if I
you-
lose your if I lose you, I lose you.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I mean, you know, I could, you know, I've said this before. I don't know if Kendall really or you, you know, but like, I don't care if we ever make a damn dime. You know, it's about the fact that I'm not going to be told anything.
And that's why you guys should buy the 850 podcast merch coming soon.
Supported by viewers like you.
Yeah, supported by viewers like you.
All right, go
All right,
ahead.
let's
Let's
roll.
finish this shit up.
Any from the next row? Yes, sir.
Go ahead and skip it. Let's skip back around to he did.
Couple
have-
of the legal system. And what we pretty each whole
Yeah, you can skip this one too. Let's just get straight back to the meeting because they're about to vote.
Not about Andre F. Kane today morning.
All right.
That's what I've had to do for six and a half years.
Oh,
For
yep.
people
How
watching
many
the
of you
VOD, that's all the skipping is probably
Anything from you,
because
city
we're
attorney?
Nothing
3
from-
hours
All
and
right.
12 minutes in.
Ms. Gaynor?
Nothing from the city attorney.
How many of you can do a job with your hands tied behind your back? That's what I've had to do for 6.5 years. With one hand tied behind my back, do my job. During my 8 years, I have served as city manager, and 7 of those years has been as city manager. During my tenure, I have had to overcome and sit quietly, like I'm doing here today, blatant lies, attacks, scare tactics, name calling, people watching my house.
I know she's going to get into it more, but I
Yeah.
feel like that is something really important to focus on, Alex. It worries me. I've mentioned it before. I focus on national politics, and Ron will focus on local politics, and we kind of trade back and forth.
Yeah.
And scare tactics is something that is used by leftists a lot. They want to make you feel like you're alone, and that no one believes in you, and they're going to isolate you. It becomes very tactical. It becomes very cultish.
I've seen it.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen it.
No. Just in the last week or so, like since being being with you guys,
Yeah.
I've seen the other side's.
I mean, even after that, where it's my go-to is I try and remind people of COVID era.
Yeah.
And the things that happened then. I mean, I've got parents and family that don't want to talk to me anymore. I lost my job here in Bay County because a friend, I took care of his family while he was overseas deployed, and took care of his family and grocery shopped for him when they had COVID. And he didn't like that I had 2 medical exemptions from the vax, and he got me fired.
Wow.
So that's where I talk about things. I mean, I've talked about it before earlier on this go around, where it's like sitting there alone feels awful.
Yeah.
And the scare tactics people use and go behind your back and try and do these things. It's got to feel. I know it. It doesn't got to feel. I know it feels awful, but I struggle trying to put that to people to where they can relate on how. Right, because like when I talk about like the Brian Rest interview, where it's like, how does the guy that has a normal 9 to 5 or 8 hours, a W-2 or whatever, 1090, how do we get him to relate to what's going on here? To where she did her job.
Yeah.
What do you want more?
Yeah.
Because they're going to come hunt you down.
Yeah.
They're going to try and scare you. They're going to approach all your past employers. They're going to approach all of your past relationships, all of your children, all extended relatives, to click farm or clickbait for their YouTube channel, for their Facebook page, to try and scare you and blackmail you or extort you or intimidate you into these different things.
Yeah.
It feels gunky, it feels icky, and it feels that way because it is.
Yeah.
Racism, bullying from commissioner, character assassination in public and on social media.
Yeah.
There are people calling for a public hanging. You tell me that's not racism.
Yep.
Public hanging in this day and age.
And they're comfortable
I
saying
have
that.
commissioners
Yes, comfortable.
who have sent people, their friends, to these commission meetings for public lynchings. They have been nothing but trying to stop this city from going forward.
Yeah.
I have worked tirelessly for this city, and many of these people that come here, they're doing it all in the name of integrity and transparency. Make no mistake about it. These folks have never wanted me here. We have 22,000 residents. We have maybe 75
Go ahead and pause it for me
that
real
are
quick.
constantly attacking.
Okay. Take one good look at this. You got her, Jesse, Sam, Pat.
I will let you know, Ron, that your arm extends out onto the thing, so when you point to someone, you should let the chat know you're pointing to.
Okay. So
Red
you got Vicky Gaynor, you got Jesse Nelson, you have Sam Peebles, and you have Pat Perno. And all of them are looking down right now And that is not looking down as like, I don't want to hear what's going on. That's looking down in shame because they know that it's true.
Yep.
And then you have a surprised look right here. And then you have a look right here from Jamie, which is, I just want to see accountability. So you got one person that loves it all and is like, ugh, what are you talking about? Like, that's not a thing. And then you got
She's
three
not
other
in that
commissioners.
position.
Like, I mean, this right here is pretty, that image right there tells you everything you need to know. You even got the city attorney that's over there that's like, damn, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing right now?
Yep.
I mean,
The
so anyway.
arch point of the Hathaway Bridge is looking pretty sweet to him.
I'm gonna jump off. Woo, Jesus, take the wheel. Anyway,
Not
go
that
ahead.
one.
yeah.
If I hit it at this angle, I can do a full barrel roll before I hit the surface.
She's right, though. I mean, like,
Golly.
all these people are giving her such a hard time. She's like, what the hell have I done with you guys other than saved money? And, like, let's keep this in mind, too. This whole deposition thing of like, Chris Forehand, the James Finch thing. James Finch was under federal indictment when all this took place, too. Like, don't you think that she was trying to, like, I'm not saying that she did what she's being accused of. And if she did, it's illegal and it's wrong. Right. But what I will say is that even if she did do it, she's trying to keep the name of Lynn Haven clean from somebody who is under federal indictment. And yes, it's still illegal, and yes, she should still probably lose her job for it if it's true.
If
If it's true, yes. But because one of the things that Zach said when he was here, and he's 100% correct, I said, Zach Detweiler, the guy that I had on, spokesperson for the, when he was talking about negligence, misfeasance, and all that, I was like, do you think that what Vicky did was intentional? Or do you feel like she actually did it on purpose? And I love what he said, and he was 100% right when he said it. You know what I'm about to say? He said, does it matter? The law's blind. And so if she did do it, then she should suffer the consequences for it.
Yeah.
But man, after hearing her talk, I mean, we're basing it on...
Well, not just after hearing her talk.
I don't think she did it.
Well, I'll turn it this way, right?
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
And to Zach's words, the law is blind. And so the people that have done these things to her should be held accountable. And those are more of an issue in Lynn Haven than anything that has been brought against her.
Yeah.
And if that is not dealt with, then why will I even stomach to hear what the opposite side has to say? I will be the first one to say, like, I mean, I got problems, Vicky, I need parades held past noon.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't
8 a.m.
need
doesn't
the
work
cymbals
for
and
Kay.
marching bands coming past my house at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And things like that. But like things like this, I don't think it's there, and I think it's people farming clips, and I wish so much that Lynn Haven would be the municipality that people believe it is. But time and time again, Ron, when we go through these things and have these interviews, I'm let down. And the more and more is why I become Rorschach of, should we help them? No, I'll help the people.
Yeah.
I'll help Vicky, where it's we're going to put you on unlimited. I mean, like, cool, Vicky, you need a resume. Oh, build it for you. You need a interview.
You need a website?
You need a website, a reference.
If I can say something real quick, as Bay County's such an amazing place, isn't it? When Hurricane Michael hit, I was out there tarping roofs, and I wasn't the only one. The community rallied around each other. We embraced each other. We helped each other out. We made each other meals. We shared moments crying. We pulled people out of mobile homes on dialysis treatments that if we didn't pull them out, then they would have died. But we take the same positive energy we put into our community, and we turn it around, and we beat down someone who's doing a job for us on our behalf, and from what I understand from the numbers is doing a great job. Why are we doing that? Why are we allowing ourselves to be manipulated by a small group of people into doing and saying such hateful things like let's bring back hangings and calling them whores and all this? We're better than that as a community. If you are saying and doing those things, then shame on you, and you should be held accountable for that in whatever way that looks like.
Well, that's around their peers, right? Because we can't say it to them because they don't care. But it's among their peers, their family, their friends.
Well, it's around their
and coworkers. So where they don't feel comfortable posting that in a public space.
Well, they post. That's what they do, right?
Well, that's what they did, but that's why, right?
Yeah.
Because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some hateful things about me and Ron. There's been some hateful things about me.
Yeah.
And whether
I'm
it's
new here.
related to the 850 podcast.
Welcome to the club.
I'm new
or whether
here.
it's based on something else that's entirely different and like personal to us, where it's like, and this is how I tell my parent that I lost just to national politics, where he asks me about like, why don't you want to talk to me anymore? I was like, because you always want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what does that mean? I was like, you just told me that your stepniece said that all the people on my side of the aisle need to die and how to execute them. You didn't reprimand her. You're just like, that's a bad thing to say. I'm like,
not okay.
That's not a good thing to say. And that's why they're willing to say it. And that's why like people around you are willing to say these things. It's not a thing about, it's not so much against the person that said it. They know they're in the, they might not know they're in the wrong, but you know they're in the wrong. And the benevolence of evil in you is prevailing. And you are not willing to say something and allowing it to spew forth and contaminate things around us that we love to where that's the new norm. I mean, that's why we see bombings at different car dealerships and shootings and things. I mean, that's why when I told you about, hey, Aurora exists in Denver, what is that? I mean, some people hear that and they're like, I don't know what that means. That means that's where the Batman shooting happened.
Yeah.
That's where the apartments that got overtaken by Trinde Aragua happened.
Yeah.
And as someone that lived there during that time, that means that in 100-mile radius, that's where gang members were headquartered out of and went out and caused terror, including carjackings, rapes, and murders. And people just didn't report it because that's the way things go. That's the normal new. And you're just like, I can't deal with this. And it becomes so much of a heavy burden that, like I said before, as people look up to me to save them, why would I? No.
Well, it's absolutely unacceptable as members of a community to talk about somebody like that. And that's why we're here, I think. We have the ability to have a voice, and we appreciate everybody that listens. And if you disagree with us, good. You should. That's what makes America great.
Well, that's the fresh breath you bring, right? Where it's like, I bring all this like sadness and kind of things on how I look at things from the national, but it's the,
well, how many times,
hey, we're going to circle around this because people need to know on the other side that you're not alone.
How many times have we had somebody on the podcast where like I acted like I didn't agree with them and then they left and then I went to Kindle afterwards and I was like, dang, dude, they had some good points.
And why did you do that?
It's the fact of like, you have to be able to give both sides.
So they could shine, really. I
mean, but the thing about it is,
it's not even trying to make them shine. It's just
I don't necessarily, because there's been some people that I have on, I try to make them look like, well, I don't necessarily agree with you, but actually sometimes I agree with them.
Right.
But the thing about it is, it's really, really hard to do one of these shows. Now that we're going to have the live stuff going on, I think it's going to be great. But like, even like our podcast, like I've agreed with some people that have come on and like here's the thing. Nobody knows what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I tell you what I think, is it really?
You know.
I know what I think. Like, my wife, Nia, and by the way, she's probably watching this right now, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it home another night to tuck my kids in bed because I'm talking about stupid fucking politics, but
because you're doing what you feel like you need to do. It's
but the thing about it is like
because you will not let the banality of evil run the community you live in.
And so she's even said to me sometimes, she's like, I know that's how you feel. Like, yeah, that was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again. That's a good one. We need.
You will not allow the banality of evil to run the community that you live in.
Yeah,
For-
100%.
For people that don't understand.
That
the
goes
ben-
on a T-shirt.
Yes, it does.
Anyway,
The
get
thing
back-
that will get
get back to the dang thing, man.
Yeah.
We got to finish this
Oh,
up.
yeah,
we
we're
only
here.
have 5 minutes left.
Will get me riled up the most is
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
not taking action
Yes.
versus the people that take ill action.
King, including some commissioners, constantly bullying to ensure
She's trying not to cry.
that
dude.
I don't do this job well. We have commissioners that say I'm not qualified. I have a master's degree from Florida State University, just so you know.
She's been in the position for 6 years.
I have done this job well. I have not taken one dime of the city of Lynn Haven's money, only what you have paid me. Not one dime have I taken of this city's money. This city has lost millions because of certain people who have rigged these bids.
Yep.
These
Interesting.
folks sit here today and act like they've not done one thing wrong. This city has prospered.
Green shirt looks guilty.
When I came to the city of Lynn Haven, and I don't think many of you know this city only had $6.8 million in it. It was well on its way from going downhill. $6.8 million to run a city.
I love this girl.
Today, this city has $19 million.
Let's go!
Enough to start a reserve fund if we want to. The city has been rebuilt.
Wow.
It was totally destroyed. It's been rebuilt. We paid down the debt from $66 million to $31 million.
Yes.
I have put my needs,
Negligent.
the city
Negligence.
needs, before myself and my family. You know, every single commission meeting, Ms. Parker gets up and said, "You owe me an apology." But let me just tell you what was happening during that time. I was constantly badgered by Ms. Parker and several others.
Is that the one?
The FBI asked me, why did I think that to be so? And I said to them, they are trying to make me look bad and make Margot look good. And I feel like they are working for her. That's what I said. And that particular information is out there to the public, but she continues to say that I lied. So, Ms. Parker, if that hurt your feelings, I am absolutely sorry before everybody here. But I know it was the truth. So please accept my apology.
Seems sincere.
I just want people to know this is what we deal with on a daily basis, every single day.
Couldn't imagine being in that
It's
position
been like
every day
this.
like that. No time
And
off.
now you are now taking the deposition of someone who many of you that sit up
would
on
just eat
this
your life.
podium
Pause it
have
real
called
quick.
that person a liar.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
You call for me to fire him.
She was one of my first episodes.
Who's
When I
that?
first got
Parker?
started. Vicky.
Episode 4?
Episode. Yeah.
I'll look it up, but I mean,
I
it's
had her
it's
on.
in like below 5.
Episode 4, A New Hope.
Scrutinized by the whole GOP here from a couple people, and we're like, why would you even have her on and everything like that? You know what we spent most of the time doing?
Mm.
You know how many calls she took while she was in front of me? You know how her phone would not stop vibrating? Consistently goes off. When she showed up to my house, I think it was around 6 o'clock. She didn't leave until around, I think it was like 8. She was at my house for about it. Her phone consistently went off. That's her life. Now, she gets paid for it handsomely.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. But the thing about it is that, like, she works. She works.
Yeah.
So, like, that's another thing. Like, you want to have, let's get a different city manager in here.
So what, they can undo
I'm not
everything
saying that
she
other
did?
city managers can't do that or don't do that, but what I'm saying is like I saw it firsthand. I'll tell you this much. I can't say that.
As a person with 3 phones with 9 companies that works extremely hard all the time, and I answer the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I built everything I have from the ground up. I have a lot of respect for an individual that takes a pile of shit and turns it into steak big time, and I have a lot of respect from somebody that works overtime when they don't have to.
It's the same thing with Jonathan Hayes. When he came on the show, his phone went off pretty much the entire time he was here. And he made it pretty quick. It was pretty cut and dry when he came in because it was like, dude, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
And like, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, I mean, these city managers, even though they're not elected officials, like, it's nonstop job.
Yeah. They work, it seems almost like they work harder than the elected officials.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, press play.
Yes.
And well, I want to kind of chime in on this, where it's one of the biggest criticisms has always been we need to get rid of Vicky. I mean, we go into any social cocktail party, that's going to be the thing that gets brought up. And the biggest thing I found, and I think I surprised Ron when I said it, was, cool, who do you want in her place? And the looks of terror that I got when I asked that question, I was like, cool, we're pulling out the starter right now, whether you like him as the starter or not. Who's going in? Who's the backup?
They have somebody playing for the backup.
Well, that's what they told me. But it was why do I go along with we're going to not like this person, we need to get rid of them? Because right now, as a voter, listening to all this, all I hear is, we have no idea who's going in there. Frank from the hot dog stand is going in because
they don't want the assistant.
The person on the left end of that dais has said, I want someone that has no idea and doesn't want anything to know because that eliminates the corruption. And it's one of those things of, I mean, what's going on there where it's
cool. There are no yeah. So you wanted Uncle Joe to stay in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby Billy.
Yeah.
Baby Billy.
Baby Billy. Why? Because I'm selfless. Anyway, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. Come on, let's finish it. 2 minutes left. Actually, not even.
Yeah.
You've called for the commission to fire him, but now he's been a liar for 6 years, but now he's telling the truth. How hypocritical is that?
Come on, Vicky.
Absolutely hypocritical.
Wow.
Let's start with the public comment. Thank you.
Apparently there was.
While I am very distraught and my family's distraught and my family has been destroyed and they've had to endure all of these things, I still love this city.
Wow.
And I will work hard for this city. Even
person than I could be.
You discredit me.
Imagine what her
my
family's
character,
dealing with.
My name.
Because they don't just attack her.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I will come to work every day and work for the citizens in this city.
Like she has done.
After all, one thing I do know that the Bible says is so true. The truth will set you free. And all of those who have turned their back and put out the blatant lies and done all of the things, God will take care of you in his own due time.
Napalm?
Napalm. I love every single resident here.
And the 7 ton of ammo boxes he's got.
But we have got to stop trying to get rid of people who are trying to do a job for the city of Lynn Haven and work for you. My goal is to do just that.
Wow. What a woman. Jeez. 6 years of dealing with.
Please start with the public.
No longer 8.
8 years of dealing with the.
Oh God, I think she's been in there 8 years.
That's a tough woman, dude.
Commissioner Ward.
That's a bad woman.
I'm pretty sure it's 8. I don't know.
City manager, we call the vote.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes.
Commissioner Tender?
Yes.
Commissioner Parnell?
Yes.
Commissioner Peebles?
Yes.
Mayor Nelson?
No. Motion passes. Meeting adjourned.
Wow. Jeez.
There are 2 types of people who should avoid taking gabapentin for
I just
neuropathy.
watched,
Anyone who wants to
double
keep
feature.
both legs healthy.
Hold
Anyone who refuses to be a prisoner.
We need to charge them.
We do. But, I mean, YouTube charges us. What can I say?
Yeah. Okay, so
Give me a sec.
closing.
Cut to the double. Okay, I'm at the double.
All right, closing everything. Like, where do you stand? What do you think?
I'm blatantly amazed. I think I'm all for the truth, right? I hope that they do their investigation. I hope everything works out where truth it comes out. If she did something that was wrong or illegal, then follow that course. I don't think that woman has done anything wrong. I think she genuinely cares about her community. I think she genuinely pulled the city out of debt. And I don't think that anybody's really going to do that job with as much care and love as she has. And she's gone through all of the mess of the people attacking her. And you know that. Like, you've experienced it. Kay has experienced it. I've seen it myself on the pages. It's disgusting. And she continues to fight for us. So I'm Team Vicky.
Nice.
And not only that, but chat has experienced it.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at these names, a lot of people know exactly and personally what that hate looks like and what that banality of evil looks like.
Yeah. How about you? Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I think. But what I think.
What do you hope that people understand that maybe only you can give us, Ron?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Don't do that to me.
That's a much better question.
No. So, dude, like, it's very, very simple. Growing up in Bay County, both my parents, they were not involved with politics. Not locally. Politics really wasn't discussed until me and my brother left when we went in the military. And then it was all on the national scale. When I came back home, I realized that, local government is what keeps things moving, and it's not looked at enough. So that's the reason why when you look at things like the Bernie Thompson show and even the Beacon, if they can get away from the negativity and spreading lies and cutting people up, there's one thing about doing like humor. We put out memes, we put out reels. It's all for show. It's all to get those clicks, man.
Well,
but
that's what even national news agencies are learning, right? Where it's hey, this is how the game's played, and negativity for the past 15 years got you the money and the ads and the clicks, but now
what we do is
people can't take a joke.
I think
people
that it's
can't
funny.
take humor. But the other side of this is so there is some humor behind it, but then there's not. In cases like this, there's nothing we laughed. We made a lot of jokes about people that spoke. We made a lot of jokes about the commissioners that spoke and their reactions to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is there's really nothing funny about scrutinizing somebody that has done their job to the best of their ability and who cares about the city, and then all you want to do is get rid of her just because you don't like the mayor, or it's because you don't like her in a particular situation that she has done. And again, she's made mistakes. Jesse's made mistakes. Jamie has made mistakes. Judy Tender, she's currently making mistakes. Especially with that recall freaking petition at her restaurant. Yeah, I'm all about the community. Here, sign up to recall our mayor. Now, if he did something that was wrong, then so be it. But the thing is, you have no proof of anything. The only thing you have is, I don't like how he talks to people. I don't like how he acts. I don't like this. Well, that's great. So get somebody better in there to run against him next time.
She do the same for the guy that was up, or the person that was up on federal charges?
That's a great question.
For
that is
her
a very valid question.
That the community probably should ask.
Yep.
To find out.
That'd be
not necessarily about the people that it resides to, right? Whether it's Jesse or whether it's Margot, but Judy.
Yeah.
Where it's are you just drawing a line because of this, or?
I think that there's good reason to call a recall on Judy Tender.
For her doing that, where she's calling
I know,
it.
but what I'm saying is this meeting told me a lot about her as a commissioner.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand the process of lawsuits. She doesn't understand she doesn't.
No.
You know, a freaking attorney told you, hey, quit talking about this because it's going to cost the taxpayers more dollars. And she's like, I don't give a shit.
No, we already
She's
have
a
12.
grandma that thinks the
have
lawyer is a
12.
millennial and is a child.
We have lawsuits all the time. So cool, we'll just pay out. And I'm like, no, stop. Like,
Pay out with the
shut
money
up.
that the person you're
Like,
trying to remove from office saved us. Let's do that because that makes sense.
Let's just go ahead and send all that
That
money
she
back.
saved us during what I understand is her tenure that we spent.
If there's one thing that I learned through all that, that's what I learned is that we're recalling the wrong person, and she just took office.
Yeah,
and so that's what's scary is the fact that we have somebody that is sitting as a commissioner that doesn't understand the process and doesn't understand when an attorney says, "Hey, stop talking about this because you're going to cost the taxpayer," right? And she's just like, I don't care. I know better than you do because, I myself, a prospering attorney, know how this stuff works. And it's like, dude, stop. The same with, I don't think that there should be like Jamie. I understand his point of view on stuff.
Yeah. He's an accountability individual.
Well, but he's letting his emotions. He's letting his emotions get way too involved.
To the detriment of the mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the part where I feel like he didn't learn from the military. If I learned anything from the stories I get, where it's the military has accountability, but when it gets in the way of the mission or in the way of the system
Your
that
soldiers
has
are
it,
the people that
we
are
will
underneath
bend
you.
it, and the system will bend it. The military will bend it to where it's like,
mission
a
essential
E5
stuff,
sergeant misdid something, and we're going to put him on a general court martial and put him out on a felony.
But he saved people's lives.
But we found out that what he was actually doing highlighted what a 04 major or above was doing. And so we're going to drop all charges, and then the charges that we had against and all those consequences to that sergeant, we will not bring against that major and above.
Yeah.
We will protect them because that is the system. And that's what I see there, where he didn't learn that lesson, where it's I'm not saying she did right or things of that scale, but he needs to know what he is trying to execute also had a different side of the coin. He wants to activate his trap card without knowing what the tail side of it was or what the head side of it was.
Yeah.
Merch.
All right. Merch.
Shout out the merch, boss.
Okay, guys. So check this out. So starting on August first Wednesday of, every Wednesday starting in August, we will start a live segment. We will see things like this. We're also going to have on some guests, and it will be a live show. We'll be bringing people on to speak, give their stories, not just in politics, but also in other aspects of business. Anything that's good for the community.
Yes.
That's something. And anybody who's interested in coming on the show as a guest, send us an IM. You can catch us on.
Yeah,
oh,
IM's like
DM.
what are we, 97?
Sorry, my bad.
Windows 98 right
DM.
now?
Yeah.
Come on,
DM.
Alex, help me here. You're the other nerd.
DM us. We're on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. And hopefully we can get you on. And so that's first. Second, we still do have the 850 podcast, which is separate from the Smoke Pit. And that's more intimate conversation where, we discuss things for hours at a time. Both Alex and I are starting that together. So be sure to reach out to any of us. And thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Have a great night. Yeah, I would like to do merch. Let's plug it real quick, can we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great.
Live,
Excellent.
dog.
So merch, website's coming. Let's say next August. And the first Wednesday in August, we'll launch the merch live. We'll do a live merch launch. Yes, we'll have some for you guys. Check us out on every single platform that you can. And if you guys have ideas or talking points for us, please DM us. Please comment on these videos. And please engage with us so we know that you're there and you have a voice with us, just like we have a voice with you.